Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You're going to see it on MGM Grand. Only one will stand. And Bill Haney, William E. Haney come with that fight plan.
They didn't think niggas out of Oakland was going to push up on their ass. You dig?
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Well, tell the truth and shame the devil that Devin is a bad motherfucker.
WBC, the lightweight champion of the world.
Come get the real belts, not this ain't franchise shit.
That boy is good.
Bill Haney, say his name 3 times, pop up like candy, man.
When you talk about that, you talk about one of the best fighters in boxing.
SDS Promotion.
Tonight's crowd was pretty crazy. 80,000 in Australia. But the crowd doesn't win fights, I do.
WBC, the lightweight champion of the world.
You ever been in Australia?
No, I never been, but I look forward to it. I want to go pick up some belts out there.
Didn't have to sell a chain to make a fight. All we got to do is make that flight. You gonna hide behind them judges, but Lord Devin Haney gonna stand above. I'm serious, George Kimbo. Go!
I'd like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Australia, everyone.
So I want to show all my experience, everything that it took to get to this point. I want to show the world.
Who's the best young fighter in the game?
Me, by far.
For the 54th consecutive round, Devin Haney has outlanded his opponent in total connect.
He can hit the mitts, he can hit the bag all he wants, but it's different when you're in there with Devin Haney.
Got both sides you in trouble.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You said a lot. You did a lot. Tomorrow, you in trouble.
Pussy.
I'd fight you in your backyard if I had to, because I know that I'm going to beat you. And you'll see June 5th.
Wow.
The universally recognized, undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Devin Haney.
SDS Promotions.
Yeah.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on? Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. We're here to discuss Devin Haney, the dream versus the nightmare is what it's being billed as. It's going to be Devin Haney officially challenging Regis Prograis for his WBC World Super Lightweight title. December 9th, San Francisco Bay Area. It's going down. The dream is back. Chase Center is the location for anybody that wants to plan accordingly. Maybe you want to start looking for hotels and things of that nature. Most of the information has been given out already, courtesy of Matchroom, who have released a press release giving us all the details. And the world not really happy. Dan Rayfield, a big Devin Haney supporter, isn't happy and took to his social media, said some things. I doubt Dev will be happy about it. We'll see how that plays out. But this was Dan Rayfield earlier today. And he says, very disappointing. At DAZN put Prograis Haney on pay-per-view. I get pay-per-view was needed for some bouts. This is a good fight, but the kind that will die on pay-per-view. And why I pay $240 annually subscription fee, whether a far cry from pay-per-view is dead and the fraud promise of huge shows for one sub price. Boxing. Now, we had been hearing that this was rumored to be a pay-per-view from the beginning. A lot of people obviously didn't believe Danny when he reported on the situation. They didn't believe Danny when he reported that Devin was going to be going to his hometown of, the Bay. Who could really believe that Devin, the challenger, would force the, current champion, not only not to defend his belt in his hometown, but instead in the hometown of the challenger. So shout out to Devin. Shout out to Bill for his amazing negotiation skills, being able to continuously get Devin things that, normally wouldn't be done. A one-fight deal with DAZN. If he gets to win, he gets to walk. We just don't see that. Now, Danny hasn't confirmed, and I asked him to confirm because it's important, as Canelo's the only one we've been able to see in our day get a one-fight deal for an actual title and not have to sign a multi-fight deal. And, back then people were okay with it when it was Canelo that did not want to sign a multi-fight deal with PBC and then instead just wanted that one fight with Keller Plant, which initially he eventually got, right? So salute to Canelo, but salute to Ed, who just bought his ticket for the TBV fight party, as we will be not only talking Canelo, but watching Canelo September 30th. Doors open at 3 o'clock. We're going to be watching all the fights, the stream, the pay-per-view. We got some big-name fighters coming in to our watch party, so join us. If not, you'll catch it on the playback, as we will be recording the fun and festivities. We got a bunch of people coming in the building. Get your tickets while they're still available. Right here, Eventbrite. The link will get dropped right now in our YouTube section. But again, we're here discussing Haney and Prograis, giving you the facts, letting you know all the details. So the price hasn't been announced just yet. That's something that they haven't announced. They haven't let us know. I've read places, some people suggesting that the price of $30 may be the best price. I don't know what they will eventually make this pay-per-view price at. I doubt it's $30. I think people are just upset. The subscription itself costs $24. So I just don't see him giving you the pay-per-view for $30. I hope that it's a success because obviously, this is Devin and Regis putting themselves out there, taking the opportunity to go on pay-per-view, and it can backfire, and this could be used against them in potential negotiations in the future. So a lot riding on this. Remember, Devin's last pay-per-view did 150,000 buys at $60. But they're calling this a super clash in the lightweight division, a blockbuster. So we'll see, can Matchroom live up to it? Because we did hear a few people saying that they feel like Matchroom done a better job promoting Canelo fights, that when you got to fight week, you felt like it was a Canelo fight. And not so much this week, allegedly. Now, grand arrivals happened today. I think I feel that it's a big fight week, but I do feel that it's lacking that normal Canelo big fight feel. But it is what it is. Pre-sale tickets go on sale Thursday. That's 2 days from now. You can get your pre-sale tickets October 5th at noon Pacific Standard Time. Fan interested in signing up, the pre-sale link will be put in the live chat right now for those that want to sign up for the pre-sale. And tickets go on sale to the general public on Friday. October 6th. So you get one full day before they actually go on sale to general public to try and get the best tickets possible. Haney is 30-0, no losses, 15 KOs, coming in at a 50% knockout ratio. He's going to be moving up from 135 pounds. A lot of people speculating that he won't come back down. We'll see. Does he vacate these titles? I think that doesn't even happen until he actually wins the title. I don't think we'll be making any decisions about relinquishing the rest of the 135-pound titles until he has something in his hands secured and definite. But having undisputed George Kambosos in Australia in June, then again in October, fighting Lomachenko, Devin already said this, but it has to be said out loud. There's not a lot of people fighting Regis and Lomachenko in the same year. So credit to Loma, credit to Devin, and obviously it's not a calendar year, but back-to-back with the 12 months, right? And credit to Regis himself, right? Devin isn't going to be an easy fight. He may not have the power that Regis is accustomed to, but he's definitely a slippery and difficult boxer. He's going to hold. He's going to hit and move and try and not be hit. He also has 9 more knockouts than Devin Haney and 1 less win than Devin Haney. He does hold that loss over Josh Taylor for losing in the World Boxing Super Series. So their records are quite similar outside of the knockout power. Devin 30-0 with 15 KOs. Regis 29-1, that one loss to Taylor, with 24 KOs, which he promises to knock out Devin. Now, I am going to show the promos. Let's hope Matchroom is nice enough not to flag us, because definitely the last one I showed with the Dr. Dre beat, we got flagged. I'm not saying it was a Matchroom promo, but the last thing I showed you that I said, damn, it's got music. Yeah, they flagged. That's how they do. Meanwhile, I'm up here trying to promote the sport, uplift the sport. But let's get to the Champions promotional video here on Instagram, courtesy of Matchroom and Eddie Hearn.
I'm gonna break you down, dog. I'm breaking you down, bro. I'm gonna break you down, break your heart and break your will. I'm gonna take everything from you. You're manufactured. You're not real. You fake. I'm gonna show you who the real one is. You've been spoon-fed your whole life. I really got out the mud. I really came from it. I'm really like that for real. Like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep stressing this over and over. Bro. I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass. I'm gonna fuck over you bad. Everybody that's there, all your people, bro, they gonna see you get knocked out, and I'm gonna knock you out cold. You can't fuck with me at all. I'm really gonna destroy you. Fuck boxing. This gonna be a massacre. This is it.
Now, that promo was so good, I'm willing to get flagged for their little music, because I actually love the music. It added to the promo, making like a big fight thing, like a big deal is happening with that dramatic music in the background. Let me give you now Devin's. Now, I will say before I get to Devin, they both fucked up. Maybe you didn't catch Regis. Let's see if you catch Devin's fuck up. Then I'll come back and point them out.
Let me see what else I'm gonna tell him. He can hear me? I gotta step on you. I gotta crush you. You in my way. It's levels. And I'm at the highest. I'm at the peak. You'll see. I like that, just like that. I'm just a different breed. I'm just a different animal. 140, here I come. It's just another night for me. Another victim, another body. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's going to happen. That WBC belt, mine. Regis, I'm coming for you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Tell me you didn't like how the words were in sync with the beat. And it's like talk ends December 9th. So basically you can tell that they were told, hey, talk as if you're talking to Regis. And obviously you hear Devin say, oh, he can hear this. Let me see what I want to tell him. Let me see what I want to tell him. Like, that should have been cut out. That's like the type of shit when you get in the booth, and you're like, yeah, turn me up in the headphones. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling the beat. Like, that shit don't go on a track. You feel me? So they fucked that up. And same thing with Regis. He's like, I'm going to fuck all over you. I said, oh, that must be some New Orleans shit for real. That shit, some shit Cam and motherfucking Mason Bethard gonna be like, huh? Pause, homie. He said, I'm gonna fuck over you. I don't know. New Orleans, call a fucking, what in the hell does that mean? I never heard that shit. But, yo, both promos were still fire. I did enjoy it. And, yeah, man, I'm excited. Big fight. Hope everything works out well. It is a pay-per-view. Hopefully it's priced right so we could get this fight. And, hopefully it's a success. And I know that it's going to sound like I'm the Haney voice for saying that, but truth is, if you want Shakur and Devin and you want Tank and Devin, this has to be a success. Or they'll keep using that against fighters that they don't draw, that they failed on pay-per-view. We've seen it done with Terrence Crawford. Crawford's pay-per-view versus Postal did not help him in terms of name building, right? So it didn't help him in terms of showing that he was a draw. It hurt him instead. People used it against him instead. So, yeah, we do want this to do well, even though we're not happy it's on pay-per-view, because we understand that it's a necessary evil. If this doesn't do well, you could kiss Tank and Devin goodbye, right? Anytime soon, it would have to be on Tank's terms if the B-side doesn't show that they're a draw as well. So for Shakur, his fight November 17th or 14th, that Thursday, that's going to be important for him as well. As you can see, people were trying to use things against Shakur as well in negotiations, right? Like, oh, why you deserve this? You ain't did nothing at 35. So everything matters in this sport, specifically those numbers, the viewership, tickets, all that is super important. It's part of the economics that is your brand. Now, we do have a guest schedule for 4:30, which is about another 11 minutes. We're going to have Tito Mercado. He's going to be taking on Jeremiah Nakatilia. Remember, Nakatilia is with a big box promoter. He's with the Top Rank. He has the trainer, Robert Garcia, and he just fought Jeremiah Nakatilia. Shakur fought Jeremiah Nakatilia. Tito Mercado's fighting Jeremiah Nakatilia in 13 fights without a big box promoter. Amazing. We're going to continue to follow his career. We did have his father's schedule. We had to push his father because we had to push his son. His son was supposed to be on yesterday. Obviously, we didn't have a show. Pushed him for today. And, yeah, we got that. Actually, Mother of God. Yeah. So I think let me double check. Oh wow, that's pretty sad. I think we have Mercado tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it is senior today. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. Give me a sec. So hopefully we can still get him on. But in the meantime, since that was a bit of a mistake, we can take callers. Anybody that wants to call in, feel free. I got a $5 super chat. First one from Jay Billy. Jay Billy says, Ness, play the promo vid that Matchroom dropped. 2 gorilla emojis. Certainly played that. Definitely enjoyed both of those. Haney Prograis, December 9th. And I guess that's what took so long in the negotiations. As you can see, Haney got all the A-side treatment. He got a pay-per-view. His name is first. He's first on the picture. It's in his hometown. And it's a one-fight deal. You know, that in itself needs to be motivation for Regis to go and do his thing. He's the champion, absolutely not being treated as the champion. I mean, he's not being disrespected, but he certainly is not being treated as the champion. Devin is being treated as that champion, moving up, challenging. He's getting shown all the love because of how the contract looks to be structured. But we're gonna move on to these phone calls. We got Discord available, Twitter Spaces available, and I'm thinking the landline is there. Go ahead and call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. I'm going out to Brandon in Cincinnati. What's up?
Yo, Ness, how's my audio? I'm out here in the fucking sticks. I'm good.
Straight.
I like this fight, man. It's a great fight. I want to give a salute to Devin Haney. All this dude does is step up and fight big fight after big fight that other guys avoid. I mean, nobody's lining up to fight Regis Prograis. So the fact that Devin moved straight up, no, let me get acclimated to the 140 division weight fight first or anything, just straight ahead into a champion. I respect it. I'm glad Regis is getting his just getting a big name because he's one of those guys that get overlooked in this
Breaking up a
because he's
bit there,
probably not a drawer.
Brandon.
He's not very well.
All
So
right.
what?
Now, there you go. You back. It was breaking up just a
I
bit.
can hear you.
You heard?
Overlooked a lot. I'm breaking up again.
Now we hear you.
Let me call back. Let me call
I
back once I
hear you
get better
now. Now
reception.
I hear you now.
Okay. But long story short, like I said, I like the fight, man. Only thing that bothers me about the promotion is I hate when guys try to do that. Devin, you grew up with the silver spoon. I'm getting tired of that angle. Maybe I got a soft spot for that because I grew up with a father who was in the streets, but made a better life for me, and I grew up middle class too. So it bothered me when niggas used to try to hit me with that shit back in the day. But make no mistake, Devin probably had it easy in life, but he didn't have it easy in the sport of boxing. From going to Mexico, getting it out the mud in Mexico, to fucking having to go to Australia. He is not nowhere near a silver spoon golden boy in the boxing game. So when people just say like Devin, you ain't have to struggle growing up, I struggled growing up, that shit really don't mean nothing. So I'm getting tired of dudes using that because, like I said, in regards to the boxing game, he's had it harder than Tank. He's had it harder than a lot of these guys. So I mean, nobody had to do what he had to do to go get them belts. So bottom line is, like I said, that angle is getting old. But nonetheless, I like the fight. I'm picking Regis for the upset, man. I'm picking Regis for the upset. I'm not super duper confident, but I am picking Regis to win the fight. I just think he's going to be too big, too strong. I want to do some more analyzation of it, but right now I got Regis. But like I said, great fight, man. But other than that, Ness, I'm going to let you go get some other callers.
All right, champ. Damn, we got our first upset pick. Whoa. I wasn't ready for that. Joshua Plummer, $2. Is Devin working with Blu-ray? Eyes, 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 eyes. I don't think so. He's been in LA. He's coming back here. Blu-ray's like in Dallas. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. Leonard Sterling, 2 pounds. The promo is a mix of those two on Matchroom Twitter. Oh, really? There's another promo. Okay, let's check that one out. Certainly. I haven't seen that one, so that'll be interesting. Let's see what they did. Well, now he said it's a mix, so did they just mash it up? I don't see. This is the flyer. Okay, I like this. I like the little chain comparison. Shout out to Regis's chain. That's the same jeweler that made my chain and got and my wife's wedding ring. Um, so salute to Regis for what fucking with Mike the jeweler. I don't see it though. All right, let's check here. Ticket info. We did all that. You know, it's crazy, man. If you're in the UK, you get to get this fight free as part of your subscription. That is the most hurtful thing. Shout out to DHP Promotions. Look at Ragaroo Promotions in the building as well. And Stagefront, one of our partners. Salute, Stagefront. Is this the promo? Yeah, this might be it. Now, this is 1:12, so this certainly has to be. Okay, they mixed them in.
Let me see. He can hear me? I gotta step on you. I gotta crush you. You in my way.
I'm breaking you down, bro. I'm gonna break you down. Break your heart and break your will. I'm gonna take everything from you.
It's levels, and I'm at the highest. I'm at the peak.
You're manufactured. You're not real. You fake.
Just another night for me. Another victim, another
crazy,
body.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep stressing this over and over, bro. I'm gonna hurt you. Really, you're a little boy to me. Everybody that's there, all your people, bro, they gonna see you get knocked out, and I'm gonna knock y'all cold. Fuck boxing. This gonna be a massacre.
Regis, I'm coming for you.
I'm glad I rewatched this because I ain't see Regis do the zip your lip shit. No words, gesture. I love it. Hopefully they don't flag us. You know how they do. But we just promoting the spout. Jay Billy. That was good.
Yo.
What up?
Yo, shout out Ness putting in that work. Ness, bro, you got me over here weak. You said Regis said what?
Bro, you heard
You
what he said. And you see they kept it out the other promo.
Hey, bro, look. It's crazy how if you switch around 2 words, how crazy it can sound. He said, "I'ma fuck you over." He said, "I'ma fuck over you."
Yeah, he said that shit. Wow, I'ma find it and play it again.
Hey, no, bro. Look, that's some NOLA lingo. That's some New Orleans lingo for real. I'm gonna fuck you over, like how DAZN is giving it to the Brits for free. They fucking us over. You know what I'm
but
saying?
he
Like
ain't
he said,
say
I'm
I'ma
gonna
fuck you over. You know he ain't
did
say that.
that. He did not. Hey, bro, he did not say I'm gonna fuck over you, bro. I swear to God.
Wait till I play it after your call.
All right, bro, but they gonna sell the fuck out this fight. That's why I sent that super chat because I wanted you to play this one, but hell yeah, bro. They gonna sell the fuck out this fight. I'm really not worried about the pay-per-view numbers. I hate it's on pay-per-view, like Dan said.
But there's
We should be
competition. Ain't there some other fights December 9th? And we might get a pay-per-view from PBC December 9th too.
That Crawford rematch?
It could be the Crawford rematch or something else.
Damn. I mean, yeah, well, I guess you gotta
lucky
do
for
it,
us,
but
Tank announced he
I
ain't
mean,
fighting
it can't.
this year.
No. It can't be that because Dev was already trying to push the day off the Fury fight date because he didn't want to go head to head with that pay per view. So why would he push his fight date back just to go head to head with another pay per view?
We'll see, man. I know there's pay-per-view dates on hold for December 9th and for the 30th.
Bro, I seen somebody in the chat say they better stack this card. Like, that's a fact. You think the card gonna be stacked? What you hearing?
I mean, it's a matchroom card. It's always that.
Facts.
They always,
You know,
you know, the issue is, do we know everybody they gonna put on there? But they usually, and it's a Devin Haney promoted card. You could expect Omari Jones and Shamar Canal to be on there at the very
bro,
least.
they could throw hitches on that, huh? Build that up.
They can. They should. They should.
Yeah, they could try to.
Because Hitch is trying to fight Lipinets. That'll be good
Hitches,
if he gets a win over Lipinets, then calls out the winners, and he's the
I mean,
co-main.
Hitches eventually gonna want Dev too. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what I'm
Though, so
saying.
they can go ahead and try to build that up. Is Berlanga with Matron or the Zone?
The Joe.
Hell yeah.
Damn, my
They can
bad.
throw they can they can throw him on that too. Yeah, fam, go ahead and play that video
I
because he did
am.
not say I'm a
I am.
he did not say I'm
The
a
Twitter one is different than the
yeah.
watch this. I'm
Like,
playing I'm about to play this one right now. This is the one on Instagram.
go ahead.
I'm gonna break you down, break your heart, and break your will. I'm gonna take everything from you. You're manufactured. You're not real. You fake. I'm gonna show you who the real one is. You've been spoon fed your whole life. I really got out the mud. I really came from it. I'm really like that for real. Like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep stressing this over and over. I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass. I'm gonna fuck over you bad.
See? I'm gonna fuck
Everybody
over you
that's
bad.
there.
Come on, man. I told you. He said I'm gonna fuck over you. He ain't say I'm gonna fuck you over. No, I'm gonna fuck over you bad. That shit sound. I ain't. He need to go holler at Cam and Mace. What up, Fats? What up, though?
Yo.
We hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, this the Haney voice. I'm calling to the right show. This the Haney voice.
You know it.
Ain't nothing that. No, he said, Shakur said you out here spreading narratives, yo. You got people coming on your show saying that they was off for $8 million and you lying.
So I said it. So I said it. That's why he
Yeah.
won't come on here because he know he could go to them other places and they won't challenge him. They won't be like, well, Shakur, it was actually Antonio Leonard's son that jumped on here talking that. Like Ness ain't say none of that.
Yeah, he said you paying people to come on here and spread narrative.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He did say that.
He ain't literally say I'm paying people.
No, I don't know if he said you paying people, but he said you bringing people on here to spread narrative. He did say that. He said you brought that dude on. But no, I gotta finish watching the rest of that interview. I was just trying to see what the guy was saying for real. It was a decent interview. It's a long one. I still gotta finish it. But to talk on this shit, Prograis Ray, he ready to get fucked up. I wanted him to give my boy Haney a rough fight because I want to see Haney in a rough fight, man. Like I feel like Loma ain't do what I wanted him to do. I felt like Loma kind of had that in the back of his mind that he was calling them dirty and shit, so he probably ain't really fight the style that he needed to. But I just want to see my boy kind of be in a rough and tough fight with somebody really, mauling on them, grabbing them, pushing them back, that type shit. And I think Regis style will do it, but the thing is his feet quick enough to get there. Like, that's all I see. I see Dev was working on the little ladder and shit. I said, my boy getting ready to run for Regis. Get ready for the cat and mouse, baby. Get ready for the stick and move, because I can see it coming. And I think that's a fight that he should fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody going to tune in because they want to see him lose anyway. So, you know what I mean? Sell the fuck out the fight. You know what's so funny, though, about him, yo? Him and Patrick Mahomes, when you see them guys and then when they open their mouth to talk, I really be catching myself and I ask myself, damn, is that his real voice? You get what I'm saying? Because his voice just so light for a dude that big, man. It's kind of funny to me. I think that's why people be calling him soft too. Like it's like he don't sound right when he be talking shit. Like I can't describe it, but it's like, he need to take some classes on how to shit talk a little bit better because he just sound real soft when he be saying it. But
Who?
Dev, yo, I be tripping off his voice. He just sounds so soft. Like when he be talking shit, like it don't sound believable. You get what I mean? But I'm
Damn.
gonna send you a 5. I'm gonna send you a 5. But it just don't be sounding believable. But I know he gonna go in there and do him.
You may
And
feel
really,
like it's your turn.
I hope he stop Regis because Regis
Whoa.
on some shit like well, yeah, I'm gonna just stay down here at 140. Like, hold on, what you scared to go up there at 147 or something? Like, yo, your time is past. It's a whole new generation coming down, coming up there now. You get what I mean? Now, Tiafimo ain't want to fight him for whatever reason. They said there wasn't no money in that fight or whatever. I remember they said that shit a while ago before they made the Taylor fight. But so dudes kind of have been. Well, I ain't gonna say dudes because Taylor already beat him, and did Ramirez beat him too?
Nah, he only got one loss. Ramirez
Oh, so he
never
only got
fought
that
him.
one loss to Taylor.
Ramirez and his manager definitely avoided Regis, even for the vacant
Avoided
belt,
him.
remember? They decided
Got
not
you.
to
Yeah,
fight for the
yeah.
vacant and get married, all this crazy shit.
And all that shit. Yeah. That's right. Ramirez ducked him. But I think his time has passed, man. I want to see a tough competitive fight. I really want to see it, but I just don't think that Regis style ain't tailor made for that. Like, I mean, I like his awkwardness. I like his style, how he lean back and shit. Like, I like that because I don't see nobody doing that. But I just don't think that that's gonna work. Like, I feel like his punch is gonna take too long to get there because he be leaning back and all that shit. So I just don't see it happening. I got it 9-3, Dev. I want to see something closer,
Damn,
like an 8-4.
9-3.
Yeah, I think on 9-3 him, yo. I really want him to stop him if they didn't get a stop in a while, but I don't see Regis going out like that. He a tough motherfucker, but yeah, I got it. I think on 9-3 him. I want to see something closer though. I want to see an 8-4, 7-5. I'm gonna pay for the fight though, regardless. Cause I don't think Bud and Earl fighting on the 9th. I just don't. I think that's a little too soon. I don't see that happening on the 9th. Maybe at the end of the year or first thing at the beginning of the year, but I don't see that fight happening on the 9th, man. I don't. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight, man. Before I go, so these guys saying, I was telling my boy Yoko or whatever. I said, yo, he fought Loma and Regis in 1 year, and your man fighting DeSantos, right? And they try to make it seem like DeSantos is a respectable opponent. I'm not saying the dude is a bum, but I said, Cambosis and Gambo and them dudes, that's a 50-50 fight, man. You know what I mean? They make it seem like Santos so good because he got speed and power. And I'm like, bro, that's good attributes, but that's not skills. Like he don't look like he know what the fuck he be doing in there sometimes. Like, I mean, he a little reckless. But I think dude is a C level fighter, maybe B minus, but I think DeSantos is a C level fighter, man. Appreciate the call.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Appreciate you. I mean, for sure, Regis is a better quality opponent. If that's like what we're asking ourselves, I mean, Regis is a two-time champion. That's resume building for Haney. Not only is he moving up to be a two division, but he's fighting a two-time champion. Regis was WBA when he beat Khalil Redlick, and now WBC after Cepeda win, which, Regis just got that win. We got Huang in Houston. What up?
Yo, so when is the fight announced for?
December 9th, San Francisco, the Bay Area. The Chase Center in San
Ooh,
Fran.
man. Hey, we just gonna give him a tough one. Because, all that wild,
I
like,
love it. I love it.
we just
Everybody
got talk too,
calling
right?
in talking about how it's gonna be tough or he gonna get upset. Give him his credit when he win.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's gonna be tough for them, not Regis.
No, I
You know what I'm
know.
saying?
You ain't the first. Someone else said Brandon in Cincinnati said Dev gonna lose. All I'm saying is get that boy his credit when he wins.
Now, Dev ain't gonna lose, though. Dev ain't gonna lose. If he do, it's gonna be from like a flash knock, not a flash, but like a nowhere you didn't see it coming knockout.
Hell no, he ain't getting knocked out. Y'all crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only way. That's the only way you lose on the cool. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I
But
love
my
it.
opinion is
I hope
that's
the
the only
money
way.
come in heavy.
Plus, man, I really think Regis gonna fight on the inside on this one, man. I I don't know. I'm excited about this one though. I'm
Me
glad
too.
about this one. So what's up with the Canelo fight, man? Y'all ready? I'm gonna be there Saturday.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's do it. Yo, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
I'm gonna be up there, man. I got my ticket like 2 weeks ago, but I got sick. I got that Rona, man. But man, I'm crunk for the week. They need to be doing some more. Did y'all watch the Showtime stuff? I got the notification, but I ain't see it. Didn't they have like a what do you call it? Press conference today?
Yeah, they had the Grand Arrivals. Grand Arrivals. It was on the Showtime YouTube channel and the Facebook channel.
Did y'all get to see it? Was they trying to pump up the fight a little bit? Because they've been kind of like lackluster. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the undercard Grand Arrivals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
All
seen
right, man. Let me get
Barrios.
back to work, man. I'm gonna catch back up with you.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yo, I don't really remember a time like this, you know, where people started to call in and, pick someone to lose. So it's pretty funny. Al in the Bay, what up?
Yo, what's up? Straight from the Bay Area. Feel me? Pittsburgh all day. Yeah, man. December 9th, probably for sure going to that. Set some money to the side. You feel me? I'll probably buy a couple of tickets, get as close as I can to the floor. Yeah, man, wait.
You breaking up
I
bad.
haven't been to a. You hear me?
I mean, it don't
Hello?
sound good.
I'm in a weird area. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. I was gonna work it, you feel me? Make that quick 250, but I might just scrap that and go to it. I haven't went to an event in almost 7 years since I've been doing security. So, I've been getting in free because I do security. So this time I'm probably just gonna take the day off and go to it. Feel me? I can't wait. You feel me? So yeah, those promos got me juiced, man. They got me juiced. Feel me? To watch this fight. So yeah, man, I can't wait.
All
That's
right.
my call.
All right. Let's see here. Zorro in Savannah. What up?
Hey, that promo was tight.
Word.
I really I like that second one. I done heard like them people from New Orleans talk like that a lot. So they ain't really had surprised me what Regis said. But I like how that promo is. I hope they do more like that. I hope they do more fights like that, like that have better promotion. Cause I don't feel like I seen no promotion from the Charlo Canelo. It feel like I don't even feel like it's a fight coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
It feel
some
kind
people
of
saying
dead.
that.
It feel kind of dead. Like it's just something gonna happen, and it's a pay per view. Like I don't hear nobody being hyped about it, but damn, I feel like I want to go out there and go see Regis and Haney fight. That how they cut that promo. We need more of that. We definitely need more of that. Them boys was talking that talk, and I could appreciate it. For a fight fan, I could appreciate it. Even if people don't really look at that as a big fight, I think it's a good fight for a good test for Devin, where he ain't gotta be drained down no more and go to 140 and get acclimated. Maybe pick up a little bit more power. I don't know, or he's able to use what he got and get the win over Regis, and then he the 140 champion, that should lead into a big fight with Teofimo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my call, my guy.
All right. Appreciate you, man. We got Kermit. What's up? Maryland
Hey,
area.
look, man, I'm sitting here laughing at the fact that we talking about Haney and not Canelo tonight, man.
I mean,
But
we had we I'm pretty sure we talked about Canelo this morning.
yeah, see, I missed that show. I had to cut out. But look, I like Haney in this time on this fight, man, because I think, man, Prograis, he keep his hands down a lot, man, and his footwork is, sometimes, Ness, man, I gotta watch what I'm watching, no, because I get, I just don't see it, Ness. I see Haney coming out on top. I don't see no knockout. I think if it's going to be a knockout, it'll be Prograis, but knocking out Haney. But I don't see him doing that. I think Haney gonna stay away from him, box, and go and win the decision. I don't see Haney knocking Prograis out without a doubt. But it's gonna be a very good fight, man. And look, in DC, we do say I'm gonna fuck over you in DC.
All right.
You know that? That's what we
say.
In
What?
DC, we say that, man. I'm gonna fuck over you.
Oh, y'all say that in DC too?
Yeah, man. We say, man, I'm gonna fuck. Sometimes we say, man, I'm gonna fuck all over you, boy.
Oh shit.
Some shit like that. But it means the same thing. You gonna get fucked up. It means the same thing. Take it easy, Nels. I'll talk to you next time.
For sure. We got Brandon. What's up?
Hello, hey, yo, listen, Ness.
Yo.
Listen, I was trying to send you $10, but the YouTube didn't let me for some reason. But I'm about to pull up to the Canelo fight. You about to be there in Las Vegas?
I mean, I am here in Las Vegas.
Bet I'll pull up. I'll pull up on the 30th.
Bet.
I'm just playing, but this Regis fight, Devin Haney, bro. You already know what the fuck's about to happen, man. You can already sense it. You get those feelings, you know what I'm saying? On December 9th, you get those feelings that guess who's gonna win? Devin Haney's gonna fucking put on a show and he's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it, metaphorically speaking, because he's gonna use his power and his speed and the way that he just throws his punches insanely fast. What more can I say about it? The dude's just like automatic punching machine. Anybody in front of him is gonna get knocked the fuck out. Like that's a fact. But bro, Devin Haney, man, he's a good fighter. I saw that commercial. Man, it's about to be a good fight. But Canelo Charlo though. I'm about to see that fight. This might be the first pay-per-view fight I might actually buy. Canelo, I gotta see Canelo, man. I gotta see him. He's a legend. He's crazy the way he kind of fights similar to me. Because he uses the high guard maneuver, which is sort of how I sort of use it as well. So he's a beast, bro. He's a beast. That's my call. But yeah, what if I put up to Las Vegas? What would you say, huh?
I would say hello, Brandon. Tip Bellis, what up? We got Mad Ben, Daily Dose of Tanquil, cold night for Devin. Regis stops him. What? Say what? Y'all funny as hell. Tip, where you at? Unmute.
You.
What's up?
What's good, man? Listen, we betting the house on Dev, man. Ain't no way matter of fact, Regis ain't got a snowball chance in hell in beating Devin Haney, bro. The man done lost his last two fights convincingly. He done got outboxed, and he not gonna go in the ring and outbox Devin Haney. He not even gonna get the Dev. It's gonna be a whitewash, bro. He might win maybe 3 rounds at best. You know what I'm saying? Devin gonna take a couple of rounds off, but it's gonna be a 9-3 fight, bro. It's gonna be that simple.
They need to do prop bets like that. Like Regis won't win more than 3 rounds.
They should.
They should.
Yeah, man. And also, we taking Barrios by stoppage, man. Barrios stopping Ugas with a body shot. Calling it now. Yeah, y'all better look at Mario Barrios, man, and what he used to do at 140.
I'm just
Barrios
saying,
got a vicious left hook to the
only
body.
one man stopped Ugas though. You out here big capping though. Barrios
Look,
gonna
bro,
do
I
a
got
Earl Spence? Cause like
look.
my man got 5 losses. Only one of them is by 6 losses now. Cause the Porter loss was a loss too, right?
Yeah, he beat Sean for real. He don't get much credit for that. I
Nah,
understand because you know what I'm saying
ain't
it
beat
is a
Sean.
L on the record, but I thought he beat Sean.
Nah, he ain't beat Sean.
Yeah, shit. That's my call, Ness.
But I ain't gonna front. A lot of people said that. I never went back and watched it. I got to see how many years it's been. Because that's how it was with Laura and Canelo. I thought Laura beat Canelo. Then,
I still got Laura beating Canelo.
I let a significant amount of years, like 7, go by and rewatched it. And I'm like, oh, hell no, he ain't win. You know what I'm saying? He moved too much. He was on the run. He was looking cowardly, you know. But
That's probably why you gave it to him, why you gave it to Canelo, because of the way he was fighting. And
no, but
I
only
think that's
gave
the
it to
same reason the
Canelo.
judges gave Regis that last fight.
I only gave it to Canelo the second time. When I first watched it live, I thought Laura won. I was highly upset. I thought Laura won and got robbed. It took me 7 years later to go back and watch it, and I'm like, man, Canelo won this shit.
I don't know. You ought to make me go back and watch it right after this.
I mean, it's worth it. Like I just watched Castano, Laura. I wanted to see like, damn, this dude had a draw. He had to have 2 fights, and I know people thought Laura lost to Castano. So I'm like, let me see how bad it was. Let me see how much pressure he put on him.
Yo, that's who we need to see back in the ring too, Brian Castano.
Yeah, I don't know where he at, man. What he
Shit,
doing?
all right.
All right. I don't know where he at, what he doing, man. It's like them foreigners like that, if they ain't got a good manager or promoter, they get shelved, man. Like look at old boy from Brazil. How you beat Carlos Adames? Now Adames hotter than you, and we don't even know your name and shit. Poor Patrick Teixeira. Telling you, we talked about it earlier, man. But that's why we need that boxing, league motto. These dudes won't go, years without fighting and be forgotten and shit. But General Camino. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up while we wait for General Camino to connect. You might have to jump out, jump back in, champ. We're going to, I believe, got my guess. Ernesto, how are you? Ernesto, you hear me?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I hear you. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to have you, man. Thank you for obviously making the time, and apologies for the confusion. Uh-oh, did we lose you?
Are you there?
I hear you, but I lost you camera-wise. Maybe you got a call?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So, yeah, man, I'll try and make this as quick as possible. I just wanted to kind of get to your story and put it out there as well for my audience that is listening. This is the father and promoter of Ernesto Mercado Jr., a.k.a. Tito. Tito's obviously going to be fighting November 11th versus Jeremiah Nakatilia. And, I mean, the minute I found out he was going to be fighting versus Jason Velez when he was 7-0, I immediately was shocked and started to do my necessary research to find out what in the hell was going on that a 7-0 kid was taking on Velez so soon, and who was putting it together, because it wasn't a big box promoter. It wasn't a broadcaster, like DAZN or Showtime. So since then, I've been following you and your son and just impressed with your every single move. So I want to start with you. Where'd you start boxing? Like, how'd you pick up the sport?
I mean, just as a young adolescent, I started boxing, and the local neighborhood where I lived at in Pomona, and I just kind of just fell in love with the sport. At that time, I was going through a lot of how you say it, fighting in the street and everything. So I decided that that I was actually pretty good at it. So I said maybe I can do this more as a sport rather than fighting in the street. So I went to my local neighborhood where there were, where they had a boxing right here in the city of Pomona, and I was obviously, I wouldn't say a natural, but I mean I can tell you that within the first week I was already sparring with guys that had a lot of amateur fights because of my street experience that I had already, and the coach kind of sensed that he's seeing a lot of the stuff that I would do, so he put me to go sparring and everything, and I competed a little bit as an amateur boxer, but a lot of it kind of got derailed because of my at that time my street life that I had going kind of didn't go hand in hand with the boxing. So I kind of like leave the gym, come back, leave the gym, come back. But I always had this like like love for the sport. I always something about, I don't know what it was, but every time I saw like a ring, kind of gravitated me. Had me come back and just, I don't know. I just felt like it was a beautiful sport as it all in a whole. So I just keep coming back, and over time I never actually expected to one day training my son, or even say I would become a promoter. That was not like something that I could per se that I had like a vision of or a plan for, or be honest with you, nevertheless even become a trainer. I was never interested in becoming a trainer. That kind of all kind of happened sort of by accident. But now that I'm here, I mean I enjoy it. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, spending time with my kids through the sport of boxing, which got us a lot closer. And I can't complain. I've kind of, now that I look at it, I kind of enjoy where it has led us to, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So,
So you
simple as that.
never you never turned professional.
No, I never turned professional because of, like I said, like a lifestyle that I lived outside of the ring. So it kind of impaired me from becoming, more than, higher in a higher level or going professional, because of the lifestyle that I was living. But I always envisioned, I always saw myself as, being good enough to be a professional. Definitely would have loved to, but everything happens for a reason. I think everything's predestined, and I think that now I'm where I'm at now is because I was more destined to, actually just guide my own, my own kids. Tito's not the only fighter that I have of my sons that fight. All my sons fight, and I also have a brother who I started first that fights as well. He's a professional. So I think everybody has to like play the role, and my role was more of a leader, more of guidance. A teacher. Guide them through a career that they also fell in love with, and now I'm just trying to help them out be the best that they can, and I'm okay with that.
So who was your mentor? Like, how'd you pick up the business side? How'd you know to become a promoter? How'd you know to get a license? How'd you know to put on shows?
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no mentors. I'm kind of like self-taught when it comes down to that. Even as a trainer, I didn't like you know a lot of fighters nowadays, even professional boxers. Even like you can like I can use like Julio Cesar Chavez, which I'm not saying I was at that level. I'm saying the father. You can just an example. I mean he was like the greatest Mexican, in my opinion, fighters of all time. But obviously, he couldn't teach his own son because his son is taught by other trainers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just because you step into the ring doesn't make you a trainer. You know, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different philosophy. But with me, it was more like I was self-taught. I just wanted the best for them. So anything that I feel that somebody needs me, or that I can be a helping hand, I'm gonna research into it. I'm gonna look into it. And that's what I did. Like I said, managing my son was never the plan. but it sort of just kind of happened where I kind of have a good sense of I got a good instinct of picking fights and kind of matchmaking fights, based on the experience of just not being in the sport but also watching the sport. I've been a sport fanatic for boxing for years, so I kind of knew what I feel that would help my son out as far as matches, and what you call nowadays like aggressive matchmaking, because I know you mentioned like him fighting like Velez and Lundy. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like he's just sharpening his tools for what's to come. Does that make sense? So I
It
gotta put him out there with
certainly
good fighters.
does, but
Hmm.
you don't normally see that because those could end up as blips in the road. A guy like Hank Lundy, you know, the average boxing fan might say, "Oh, Hank Lundy's washed up," but a father
Right.
like yourself, you might look at Lundy and say he's dangerous. He can still give my son some issues, and not take that fight. You guys took that fight, so that was impressive. The
Yeah,
Velez
but
fight as well.
yeah, you know what? You're right. I mean, I can't disagree with you on that, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I don't look at no fighters not being dangerous. All fighters are dangerous in my eyes. I mean, the way that I took boxing, the way I was taught, or the way that I've learned, is that any person that goes in the ring with you is just as dangerous as any person. Doesn't matter if you have.
Busy man, he's getting phone calls. Bear with us. We're talking with Ernesto Mercado Sr. He's the promoter and father of Tito Mercado. He's back. We lost you. We can't hear you. You might have to jump out, jump back in, Ernesto. You got to unmute yourself. Ernesto, Ernesto, unmute yourself. He doesn't hear me. Yo, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. He doesn't hear me. You're on mute. And now he's frozen. You hear me now? Oh, and he's gone. We'll get him back in a bit. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. Man, he said he doesn't think it's aggressive matchmaking. Listen, Jason Velez at 7-0, that's aggressive matchmaking. Doc Dongdini at 11-0, that's aggressive matchmaking. Nakatilia at 13-0, that's aggressive matchmaking. But let's hope that all that aggressive matchmaking is going to lead to him getting a big box promoter that can now take those talents to the next level.
Are you there?
I hear you now.
My
Yeah,
bad. I don't know what
sometimes
happened.
when you get a call, it mutes you and we can't hear you. You have to jump back out, jump in. But
Yeah,
we hear you
my
now.
bad, brother.
Nah, no worries.
What was I at? I don't know what or what I said. Or where I
Well,
left off at.
you were speaking about aggressive matchmaking.
Oh yeah, just I guess I was just trying to answer your question. I mean, doesn't I don't look at it as aggressive matchmaking. Just like I just said earlier, I mean, anybody that you jump in the ring with can be just as dangerous. We have respect for the fighters that we've yet to come jump in the ring with, or that we've already fought, like Velez or like Lundy and everything. But at the end of the day, man, you always have to move your fighter to becoming better. Develop him, in the ring. That's what it's all about.
Nah, for sure. I mean, look, that's what has gotten my attention. Um, every step up since Velez has been an even greater step up. Now, you said that you've been doing that all yourself, and you have a good sense of matchmaking. What made you choose those specific names? And did any of those names ever have to do with, affordability, like what they were willing to accept, or were all those your first choices and money wasn't an issue?
I mean, money is always, I mean, it can be an issue for some fighters because some of these fighters, like if you know already that I've chosen that being in the ring with Tito, they've been in some big money fights, bro.
No, for sure.
So they fought it like in big platforms, so that's always challenging, because they're gonna say, "Hey, why would I take your fight if I just fought for X amount of money?" And I get that.
Exactly.
I get that. But then again, a lot of them, if they're trying to bounce back, they look at Tito and say, "Hey, 7-0, 8-0, I beat this kid and I jump back on it." You know what I'm saying? So, you can look at it that way as well. I picked these guys because I thought they were good fighters, because I thought that they would give Tito uh, resilience. They were going to give him rounds. They were going to give Tito adversity. And that's what I want. I want Tito, to be able to. I mean, he's only like, what, at that time when he fought Velez, he was 7-0. I wanted that. I mean, I'm the opposite. I wanted somebody to give Tito adversity in the ring. I wanted that kid to learn. I want
But
him to
no
learn
one.
hands on.
But what? Why? Obviously, you're his father. But what?
Yeah,
How'd you know he would get the win, bro? Like at the end of the day, Velez was not washed.
yeah.
He still had life in him, and no one had ever put a 7-0 prospect in the ring with him.
Hey man, if I had a crystal ball, bro, then I can tell you right now, I wouldn't, I would just go through this sport and become a multimillionaire or just know it all. I don't know, you can't say who Canelo this weekend, who's going to win on that. We can't predict the future, right? But the only thing that I can tell you is that I'm also his trainer, so I know what my son has. I know what his limits are. I know what the things that he can do in the ring, and I'm not gonna be wasting his time and putting him with guys that he's supposed to just are washed up, or he's supposed to just look good with. I'm putting him in there with the guys that, like you said, that he shouldn't be in the ring with, but he's making it look easy. And these guys are not bad fighters. You said it yourself. These guys are not washed up. They're still very dangerous, and they've been around the block more than once.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate because your son beat Hank Lundy in a fight later. Kurt Scooby beats Hank Lundy and gets a bunch of popularity because he did it on DAZN on a new platform called OTX. They have this
Hmm.
huge social media, so Kurt Scooby's knockout goes viral because they're great at social media. Overtime is. And I thought to myself, damn, my guy Tito did this shit a few months ago. So
Yeah.
how do you get past that? You're putting in the work, but your son's not getting the recognition he deserves. No one's giving him prospect of the year, or, you know, it's not being noticed what he's doing. I mean, I notice it, but the boxing scenes, I don't see them writing about it. Dan Rayfield, I don't see him writing about it. Michael Coppinger, I don't see him writing about it. That has to upset not only you, but your son, because you're spending a lot of money to get these opponents. We don't
Right.
normally see this.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I can't argue that. Obviously, you know, we're not, perfect, in all sense. I know that ultimately Tito needs broadcasting television exposure. That's what we're seeking right now. You're saying that a lot of these guys aren't writing about Tito, but they actually are writing about Tito a lot more than they used to. There's always, like, more often than often, some article coming out on boxing for seeing, or fight news, or Dan Rayfield also was writing about him. And it's coming, it's getting more attention than before. But yeah, ultimately the goal right now is to, obviously, like I said, get him that broadcasting television exposure, and I think that's what we're heading towards next. For that, like you said, I guess the only thing that's missing right now in the puzzle is that more eyeballs, right? And that's the goal, and I think we're gonna be just fine. There's things, obviously I can't spill everything of what I was yet to come, but I can tell you guys that there's a lot of things happening right now that you're gonna see a lot more of Tito, and not just like you said, in my community, or in our area where we're from, but worldwide. So that's gonna be great.
And obviously, when considering a partner in a broadcaster, are you, because for me, you're Bill Haney. I don't know if you're familiar with Bill Haney and Devin Haney, but I feel like obviously you're doing it your way. I'm not saying you are him. I'm saying you're him 2.0. What him and Devin did, I think you're taking it a step further. So I say that to say, are you looking to partner with a broadcaster that's going to keep letting you do shows in Pomona, keep letting you build your son locally, or are you looking for someone that's going to take over completely where you can just focus on training your son?
I couldn't say that. Honestly, I couldn't say what's to come. As far as my like I said, my ultimate goal is not to be a promoter. It's not to be a manager. Before I was all that, I was just Tito's father and trainer, right? We do that just well. Obviously, we've created a great team. We have a great bond, me and that kid. Where we're in the gym and we're always learning. We're always having fun, which is unusual to have a father and a son at this age and point where they're still getting along and still learning new things. Before somebody comes in and says, "Hey, you need to get his father out of the way and get somebody that's actually going to teach him something," right? We're always continuing to learn everything, but at this point, really, what I want is just the best for Tito. It's not about me having control over television or promoting. That's not. I just want what's best for Tito out there right now. Is getting him the best fights, moving him up on on the rankings, and eventually getting him that title shot.
Now, again, when seeking a broadcaster, are they going to be comfortable with the way that you're moving your son? Because once he gets with a television network, he becomes an investment. And are they going to be as brave in the matchmaking as you? And is that something that you're going to discuss?
Well, everything in boxing, as you can see. I mean, obviously Tito's not a debuter. Tito's already. You can kind of almost say he's a contender already. He's already in his third, fourth, 10th round fight. Um, I mean, everything's negotiable. I couldn't tell you what they're gonna feel comfortable with or what not. But I mean, then again, it's like I'm sure that a lot of people can argue the fact and say, hey, if it's not broken, why fix it? You know what I mean? As far as putting Tito with bigger names and harder matches, that's not a problem for us. So that's easy to deal with sometimes, because most teams go in there with the whole I don't want to. I want to put my guys with a lot of soft fighters. We don't have that issue. I mean, I think I've showed that a track history of how the way I've been matching my son, and I know that you can also agree with me that that's not the issue here, right? As far as
Absolutely not.
holding him back, or being scared of facing the bigger names. No, man. I mean, we're in the gym for a reason. Tito's a real fighter. He's a throwback fighter, and I can say that all I want, but you guys will find out real soon once you see him in there. Once we get somebody that kind of shares our same vision, and that can see the way that we're aggressively matching him, and like I said, somebody that we can, I guess, partner up with that also shares those views.
Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously, you've been the matchmaker, but is Jeremiah Nakatili the biggest puncher your son's faced till date?
Man, I'll be honest with you. Like, I get your question, but I can't answer that question. Tito might be able to tell you after the fight. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like at least my experience as a fighter
But
is
as
like
a
I would have. Yeah.
matchmaker, you can answer that, right? Because on paper, to me, he's the biggest puncher. Now you might say, nah, this guy we fought in our fourth fight, he's actually a bigger puncher, man. He rocked Tito, but we were, I don't know. But on paper, Jeremiah Nakatili, I made Shakur Stevenson box on the outside. On the post fight, he said he felt his power, and that's why he boxed that way. And people complain, but he said it was because of the power. So I'm assuming the man has power if Shakur says he has power.
Yeah, I mean, if Shakur said that, it's because that's what he felt at the time when he was in the ring. So you can't say that he was by any means trying to deceive anybody. But Tito may feel different. It may be who knows, man. Just because certain person jumped in the ring and said that this was the way they felt doesn't mean that Tito's gonna feel that way. Now, what I think, honestly, I don't look at him as a power puncher. I don't personally, but I don't want to say that you know at the same time, it doesn't matter what his record shows. Anybody can catch you with a punch and put you down. It doesn't matter. That's whether you have a knockout ratio or you don't. They hit you at the right timing at the right time. This is boxing, so who cares?
Was he your first option for this particular next fight, which will be your son's 13th fight?
No, I was seeking bigger names than that, but at the time they weren't available.
Who was your first option?
There was a few out there. I'm not really trying to name drop names or anything like that, but I can tell you right now that if that there was bigger names that I was seeking that you know you probably you would probably think that they're much bigger punchers than Nakatila was. But like I said, they weren't available or they turned down the fight with Hiro.
Okay.
They didn't think it was something for them. But it could have been a lot of reasons. I can't tell you. They were particularly scared or anything. It's just boxing is a business, so they may have other plans otherwise.
Now, again, obviously, I have you here because I'm impressed with the way you've navigated your son's career.
Hmm.
Has it been difficult though?
As far as what?
The entire journey. Because from the outside looking
No.
in, it doesn't look like it's been hard for you. It looks like you're giving your son everything he needs that a big box promoter would have given outside of the major eyeballs that we talked about. So, I just want to know: has it been an easy road or has it been hard? Because you learned on the job. Like all this is impressive to
Yeah,
me.
I'm learning on the job. I'm learning on the job. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna BS you. I'm learning on the job. But I mean, has it been difficult? No, I certainly don't feel that way. I feel like it's been pretty much smooth sailing, and I just feel like he's been lucky that a lot of these guys of names that you already mentioned, you know, said yes to fighting Tito because a lot of them they don't look at it like they looked at it like it's not worth it. Like as far as he's 7-0, 8-0.
Yep.
It's a lot of risk. No, there's too much risk. There's no reward type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's like if he wins, he gets all the rating, and he gets to gets to drop my name saying, hey, he beat me. But if I beat him, he's just an upcoming fighter. So I was actually pretty surprised that a lot of these fighters are willing to fight of that caliber, which I was pretty impressed. That just speaks a lot, about them. That they're just ready to fight. They're just real fighters. When the call comes in, man, they pick up and they show up.
Now, you did experience some trouble, right? Because I feel like Hank Lundy had got a bigger offer fight and was trying to pull out of your fight. And then somehow, legally,
Oh,
you got him to stay in your fight. So you've been around you've been around the block on this first go, man, learning as you go for sure. How was that experience?
I mean, I don't blame Hank. I'm not here. Did it happen? Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you knew, that you signed a contract and then like a month later they offer you X amount of months, a six-figure check, won't you feel the same way?
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I don't blame him. I don't knock him to this day for what he tried to do, because if I was in his position, I'd probably try to do the same thing. But unfortunately, he's in a legal contract with the California State Athletic Commission, and all I did is exercise my rights. Simple.
That was beautiful though, because you
Yeah.
definitely got him to stay and fight, which was important for your son's development. But again, just another little something I wanted the audience to know, because you that was a bump in the road that you handled perfectly. Like I expected the fight to fall apart and Hank to go with the bigger money fight. The fact that you guys held it down, again, I got you here because I got nothing but respect and admiration for what you've been doing. I hope to continue to follow you and your son's journey. But I do want to hear about your other sons, because is Tito the oldest, and that's why all the attention is on him? And how far along is your brother? Did he retire? Is he still fighting? And what's the story with him?
Yeah, my brother. I don't train my brother, but he's. I believe he trains right now with. Think I want to say, for last what I heard, he's with the Benavides team. That's what I
Okay,
heard.
what's his name?
He trained Israel Mercado.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my brother Israel Mercado, and then you have my son Daniel Mercado, and then my other son Damien Mercado. Daniel's 19 years old, and he has over 130, 140 amateur fights. And you
Wow.
got Damien, he's 11 years old. He's a mini Tito. Everything Tito does, he wants to do. He's a
What
kid
weight
that
class is Daniel in?
Daniel's a 156.
Okay. So you think,
Yeah,
what you thinking, 60 or 47?
47.
Okay.
47. He's a
So
tall
when
kid
are,
though. He's like almost 6 feet.
how tall?
Almost 6 feet.
Oh, wow.
5'11", I think.
How
Yeah.
old?
He's 19.
19. So when are you turning him pro? Is he looking to go for this last Olympics here?
Yeah, no, we're thinking of turning him pro next year.
So right now, Tito is your only active pro.
No, I have other pros in the gym that that are fighting, but they're just a lot of debuters, a lot of fighters are
All
just
your
starting
fighters,
their
though?
career. Yeah,
Okay, so you're also gonna be like a Robert Garcia when it's all said and done. You're not just looking to train your sons. You have other fighters as well.
hey, like I said, man, it all comes by accident. I don't look for fighters. I'm not really like that type of trainer that wants to. I believe more like in quality rather than quantity type.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to the fighters and helping them out. But I mean, if a lot of the problem with me is that I run a nonprofit organization, right? So I have a boxing club here in Pomona. It's called the Gangs to Grace Youth Foundation, and every time, and I have a lot of amateurs as well. I have a big gym. As a matter of fact, gym time's going on right now as
Can
I'm
you
in here, and
say?
my other son's covering.
Can you repeat the name of the gym again? I'm sorry, or the foundation?
Yeah, so it goes by G2G Boxing Club, but it stands for Gangs to Grace Youth Foundation here in the city of Pomona.
Okay, Gangs
And
to Grace.
Youth Foundation. Yeah, we've been around since 2011. Okay, and
Congrats, man.
I have a lot of kids that I train here. So when a kid wants to say, "Hey, man, I want to be a professional fighter and all that," I have a hard time saying no. So anybody that comes to me and asks me for help, that's what I'm here for. So I'm always giving them a hand, and it's something that's always been hard for me to say no. So by accident, I end up, you know, adding more pros or more fighters to the roster. But I don't regret it. I'm always looking to help people out, and I'm always helping other kids that also inspire to be young athletes or young boxers to pursue their career as well.
So I'm assuming when you started the nonprofit organization, it became your full-time job.
I didn't have a job before that.
Okay. Wow. So that turned your
It's
life
kind
around.
pretty much.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, it turned my life like around, like you know. And it gave me how you say, it gave me a vision to see that I may be good at other things, like, so then I
Wait.
became
So wait.
a
You didn't
gym
have
owner.
a. If you didn't have a job, how'd you even start the nonprofit? Give us that story. That's amazing.
Okay, so I have a okay, so I'll kind of I'll be all over the place. I try to make it short and clear, what really happened. But so one day, one of my homeboys tells me, "Hey, man, such and such has a church, right?" And he goes, "Why don't you go up to him and ask him if he allows you to open a room, a boxing club, and rents you a room or loans you the room so you can run the program?" And I said, "Man, I'm in no condition to run no program. I mean, I'm still like in drugs, and I'm still, with the business. I'm going up and down. I'm doing things. I'm thinking, I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about, man? I'm not trying to run no program." He goes,
Mm-hmm.
"But check this out. The pastor's an ex-gang member from out here from Pomona, and his cousin happens to be Kito Rodriguez, which he's one of the guys the plane went down in Poland with the national team, Olympic
Okay.
team. You remember that?
I don't,
So
because
there's
I
a lot
only
of history.
watch this sport.
Yeah. So there's a lot of history, with this pastor and the boxing and his family and all that. And I said, okay, so my friend, I guess, is trying to get me to do other things, try to get me engage me. So I go to the pastor and I ask him and I talk to him, and the first thing he tells me is like, why my eyes are all big, my pupils are big.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I just came down from one. That's you know.
Yeah.
And he says, I'll tell you what, man. He goes, you got the guts, man, to come up to me and ask me to run a kids program where you're still, and. He's like, why don't you clean up and come back to me like in 2 3 weeks and see if I may consider. And I kind of always wonder, like, why would he tell me that? And I finally realized to now that's because it kind of touched his heart, because it goes back to his family when he lost his cousin. So the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I brought him back into his mind, it kind of gave him like emotion, and said, hey,
Yeah.
man, maybe I want to be part of this sport again. Long story short, he gave me a opportunity to run a program with the kids there. I didn't know how long it would survive because I was still like getting it. I was still in trouble in and out, and I didn't have no funds to even get a bag or yet alone put a ring. But this lady who's how do you call it, like a philanthropist, a person
Yeah,
who asks for money.
philanthropist. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She comes around, right, and she tells me I don't know this lady. She tells me that she had a vision. She had seen me on some sort of article in the newspaper, local newspaper, and she said she had a vision that she saw, a dream. I'm like, okay. And on my mind, I'm starting to think like maybe I'm still high or something, because she's talking about visions here, And I'm thinking like maybe I'm having a vision that somebody's coming up to me and asking me this. And she says that there was in the freeway, one of those billboards, those big billboards,
Yep.
next to the freeway, there's like about maybe like 3 miles from there. There's a big dealership called Claremont Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and their motto is "Oh baby," and she says that her dream was that she said right there, "Oh baby," and she says, and that God told her that she needs to go and see Neto, which is me. I go by Neto out here in Pomona, and I need to go talk to him, and so we can go together and talk to the owner at Old Claremont Toyota, so that he can give us some money to fund my boxing program. And I told her, "Oh, that's silly. I'm not gonna go and talk to this guy I don't even know and ask him for money." And she goes,
Mm-hmm.
"No, you really have to go with me. I'm telling you right now, God sent me." So I don't know how the lady got me to go out to this place in Claremont, Toyota,
To the
but
dealership.
right, yeah, to the dealership, man. And when I get there, bro, I see this big white boy suited up, right? Dude look intimidating, bro, like a straight businessman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he looked like Brad Pitt, all right? And I'm looking at him like, oh man, this is gonna be all bad. And she's talking to him, and she says, and when she tells him, and he goes, because she made an appointment with him, and he doesn't know what this is about.
Yeah.
And we talked to him, and then he tells her, so what's you guys is, what brings you guys here? And she tells, well, the guy next to me, he's a ex gang member, runs his boxing program, anti gang. And I'm looking at her like, I'm like, oh shit. And she goes, and I had a dream that you're gonna give us money. I was like, bro, I literally got up and I left. I was like, I left. So months passed later, months. The guy called me
Wait,
back.
you left completely?
I left. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. This is crazy. You know?
Yeah.
She goes, where did you go? I'm like, I'm not having that. I left. The dude calls me, or I call him. I don't know what happened. Like a couple months later, and tells me to come into the office. Well, I'll tell you this much. He ends up helping the club, repairing the gym. They fixed the whole place up. They hooked us up with a brand new ring, bags, everything. And to this day, I'm still friends with him. We're real good friends. And
That's what's up.
he still supports my boxing club. He still supports my boxing club.
That's amazing.
And that's like since 2011, 2012.
So
So
is
it's
that your
funny how that lady,
testimony?
well, that's part of my testimony as far as how I got into the
So
boxing
so
club.
I'm assuming you're religious though, because your boxing club is called Gangs and Grace. You keep talking. You had a person came to you with a vision talking about God. I'm assuming at one point
Yeah.
in this story you gave your
I,
life
I,
to God.
I'm not religious.
Okay.
I believe in God. I believe in God though. Once a week, I have a same praying group that we read the Bible with, and this
Mm-hmm.
has been going on for over 10 years. Once a week,
Nice.
religiously. We meet up somewhere in any places out here in greater LA area, and we sit down and we we read the Bible and just we talk about things like that.
Yeah,
Of that sort of
fellowship.
thing. Yeah, fellowship. There you go.
Absolutely, man. Yo, I knew it was a reason we needed to interview you, man. That's an amazing story, man. I can't wait for you to win your first trainer's belt, man. As soon as your son wins a WBC title, they give the trainer one as well. I want to thank you, obviously, for the time. Anything you want to tell us about the fight? Obviously, November 11th. Are tickets available? Streaming? How could we see it?
Yeah. So the fight's gonna be streamed through BXNG. Have you heard of them before?
Yeah, yeah. That's with Adam Glenn,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, with Adam, it's gonna be streamed through them. Um, I'm not sure what the cost is, but I've heard it was like 19. 95 or something like that. Fights November 11th here at the Long Color Center in Ontario. It's going to be promoted by my promotional company, Fight City Promotions. We have a great main event, my son Tito versus Nakatila, which makes to be a great fight, fan-friendly fight, like you said. Two punchers. So that's always, made up for something great. And we have 8 more undercards with local fighters here. Great matchmaking. So all the fights that we have are made out to be for great, exciting fights. And just tune in. Tickets can be also purchased if you hit us at info@fightcitypromotions.com, or you can also, I'm going to go here to my Instagram because I don't even know it. Go into our Instagram at FightCity_promotions, direct messages, and we'll make sure that we can get some tickets out to you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and screen share. This is the promotional company's Instagram, and obviously you can click that link right there for more ticket information. That's Tito. This is the fight poster with Jeremiah Nakatilia. This is a good fight, man. I am very, very impressed. Happy for you guys. Hopefully, this works out the way you expect. We want to get you back on. We're gonna have your son on tomorrow. We appreciate your time, Ernesto, man. Thank you so much. Funny story, quick one. My grandfather's name is Ernesto.
Oh, Ernesto?
Yeah.
What
And my
so
name
what do
is
they call him?
Nestor.
Nestor. So
Uh-huh.
what do they call him as a nickname? Us growing up, they used to call me Ernestito. They used to call me Tito. Out here they call me Neto. I mean, they got
So I had another friend whose name was Ernesto, and we call him Neto. But me,
Okay.
as a child, my mom would call me Nestito because my dad's name is also Nestor. I'm Junior, like you did your son. But thanks for
All right.
having you, man. Hope to have you guys back on for the next one.
Appreciate your time, man. Thanks for having me as well. Take care.
Appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Congrats.
All right, brother. I'm
There you
out.
have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Ernesto Mercado, the father of Tita. I didn't even know that. That was amazing. I had no clue. Look at that. Bro was a gangbanger, turned his whole goddamn life around. That's insane. It's this sport, man. It's this sport. I'm telling you. I had a similar story, bro. I was all up and down the streets until I started fucking with this sport. So that is amazing. Um, I can't believe the way he's moving his son. I'm telling you, I've never seen nothing like it. It feels like Lomachenko without the title fights. Uh, it's crazy. Let me see what we got. I think this might be Average Boxing Fan in the 951. Give me 1 second as I check. Phone lines are open, still taking calls. We're going to Average Boxing Fan. What is up?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Chilling.
Yo, in the morning I kind of a counter
I
punch, but
know,
I don't know,
but
the lines weren't working and
the
shit.
lines
I'm
weren't
gonna have
working.
to save it for yeah, put that in the book for me so I can use it next time. But in the morning I also super chatted, bro, that the blacks don't tend to support their fighters as much as the Mexicans do. What I meant by that is when you stick a Mexican in there and we finna show up. Uh, Canelo, I mean, everybody complains about who the fuck he's been fighting. They call him the Euro bum tour, and still they great in the pay per view fights that he sold, bro. A lot of the Mexicans I know, they really don't give a fuck. They don't even know who he's fighting half of the time. They just want something on TV to throw a barbecue on. On the Haney and Regis thing, bro, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy because Regis didn't look that good in his last fight. But then again, depends what Regis showing up. He is a southpaw, and every boxer that's boxed Haney that's given him some sort of problem have been southpaws. Loma and what's his name?
JoJo.
Yeah, and JoJo. So I'm kind of excited for this fight. I wasn't too hyped for that video they dropped.
What?
I don't know, it's kind of awkward. That was kind of awkward looking at them.
Come
Like, I don't know.
on.
I don't know. I didn't like the close-ups to their mouths, bro. So it's kind of weird in my for me, bro.
They were separate videos. They're separate videos.
Yeah. But they were similar alike, weren't they?
No, they are. But they're meant to be played separate. There is a one that they did mashed up together on Twitter, but yeah, they're not literally face to face because they weren't there. I mean,
No,
each other
but
weren't there.
I just didn't like. I don't know. It's just me, bro. I'm still excited for the fight, though. I like Haney. Haney is very fucking skilled, bro. But all these people that are calling in that are saying that Regis might be the one that's gonna get KO'd, if anyone gets KO'd, I doubt it because Haney hasn't knocked out anyone or dropped anyone in a fucking while already, bro.
Word. It's been a long time. I think it's Antonio Moran was the last one, right?
Yep. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he looks at 40 because he might hit harder at 40. We still gotta see that. And that's all I got for right now, bro.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
And yeah,
Thanks. Oh, yeah, I'll save it for whenever you want, champ.
All right, cool. Sounds good, bro. Have a good one.
You too. Super chat. We got G-Ball $5. This is an easy fight for Haney. It's a reason he handpicked old boy. We just watched the unknown guy outbox Regis some months ago. There's always going to be someone like that to say that, but the counter to that is that Tiafimo said Regis didn't bring any money to the table. He could have fought him. Remember, that's what Regis wanted. And he went the WBO route. So, it's funny. Now Devin's running to the smoke. All of a sudden, Regis is a weak link. One bad fight, and here's your example. One bad fight, Zhang versus Forrest. Don't mean that you're a cherry pick because Zhang versus Hergovich, he won that fight. They just robbed him. And then what happened next? He beat Joyce. So, not everybody has great fights every time out. And you also have to remember that, as a guy like Regis, been in this sport for so many years, two-time champ, who the fuck was that guy? Daniel Zorolito. Like, how can you get up for Zorolito? You could get up for Devin Haney. The world knows Devin Haney. This is a fight. It's pay-per-view. It's totally different than Zorolito. Like, to say that, that don't even make sense. Keep it moving, $2. Nello and Charlo is in business. No drama. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's not going to help tickets or pay-per-views, but, Let's see. I think I got to everybody. Discord, yep. Twitter Spaces looks like we got Capicu. What up?
What's going on, Chan?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I'm actually Hello?
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Um People forget that for that Zorrito fight, that shit was if I'm not mistaken, was that like a 2 week notice fight too? For Progress?
2 week notice. What do you
I
mean?
think.
Oh, the Zorelito?
Yeah, yeah, he was supposed to fight somebody else, then he dropped off, and they put him as a backup, as a what's it called, as a filler. So like that's what, if I'm not mistaken, that's what happened there. So like if you comparing, if that's what you holding as a standard for Progress, you're mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I feel like this is a better matchup than a lot of people are expecting. They both come in within time to train. They're gonna know each other, and it comes down to Haney being able to deal with that constant pressure that Progress puts out. If he has the boxing ability, we know he has the boxing ability, but does he have the boxing ability to keep his ass off of him and that power to keep Progress off of him. You know what I'm saying? Because the only guy that was able to do that, if I'm not mistaken, was Josh Taylor. To kind of keep, was it Josh Taylor or Ramirez? Josh Taylor, right?
Josh Taylor.
To keep him, yeah, Josh Taylor, to keep him off of him. So I mean that's what's gonna determine the fight, you know. But I think this is a great matchup. You know, it shows the balls of Haney coming up to 40, fighting one at a chance without hesitation. You know, and big ups to Prograis to trying to shut him down to show the people that Haney's not the hype that people are saying. So I mean, this is a hell of a matchup. I'm excited to see this shit. I think that it's a better matchup than people think. You know, they holding Progress to this Zororito, the Puerto Rican dude. They forget that he was a replacement, um, and you can't hold somebody to have a bad fight on a replacement. You know what I'm saying? The guy obviously was a better boxer than Progress expected, and he obviously wasn't expecting that type of fight, which kind of threw him off. But anyway, that's my thought on that, man. I'm just excited for this fight to happen, and let's see what happens when it does.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the check-in. We got Keep It Moving. This says Nello and Charlo need to be more like Regis and Haney. Speaking head emoji. We got Rambo. What up?
Salute, Ned. Salute.
Appreciate you. What's good with it?
Man, not much, man. Ready for December 9th. Y'all gonna do something for the y'all gonna be out there for the fight?
Yeah, we probably going out there.
Okay, that's a lot. Oh yeah, and that fuck over you shit that Regis said,
Yeah.
that ain't no crazy shit. Like we say that shit down south. Like when you say you gonna fuck over a nigga, that mean you gonna do a nigga bad. You feel me? You gonna beat a nigga ass, or you really gonna embarrass a nigga. That's what we say. I said in Florida or in New Orleans. So if a nigga ain't gonna fuck over you, that mean that nigga gonna embarrass you, pretty much. That's basically what he's saying. But that promotion, Matchroom did a hell of a job on that shit. Like I'm so ready, bro.
Yeah.
Devin finna jab this nigga to death. Our boy finna be two division champ. It's gonna be a beautiful day on December 9th.
I
Beautiful day.
can't deny it, man. I'm excited. That promo did it, which is funny because I already like the fight, but I like that promo.
Man, imagine the press conference. Reed's gonna get up there and say that crazy shit. Man, that's gonna set it off. But another thing, I'm not really too worried about these pay-per-view numbers because now Devin got somebody that's gonna talk shit back to him. The Loma shit, Loma was all quiet. I'm fighting the war in Ukraine, but he got another person that's gonna talk that shit back. And I feel like once the press conference get to being had and Regis talking this shit, a lot of people gonna tune in because a lot of people want to see Devin lose. Like I don't know why they hate on the young nigga, but that shit only gonna boost it. So it may seem like Haney a favorite now, but that shit gonna start shifting. Once they do promos, because people gonna start putting their faith in Regis and shit. So the numbers should do good. You feel me? I'm expecting for this to be a good turnout as far as pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah, I hope they put it on the line, man, because it ain't on the line for me yet on the book. I want to lock it in before all the money start coming in.
Trust me, you put your money on Mr. Haney, you gonna win. Because like I said, once that line come out, that shit gonna swing Reed's way, and then all I need Devin to do around 1 through 12 just handle business, and after that, money done double fucking around my boy Dev. So I just want to call in, let you know you're doing a great job on the show. Thank you for this show. And like I said, I can't wait, man. December 9th, I might try to come out that way too and see if I can run into y'all boys and just enjoy the night.
For sure, champ. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Appreciate you. Thanks for the check-in. No line yet, but what I do see is Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford scheduled for the 30th on Bovada. That's only a betting site. That's only a betting site, and they're wrong. Sometimes they're wrong. But if you're on our show number and you haven't pressed 1, that's why I ain't go to you. I see you there in the 831. Hit that 1 button at least one time if you're trying to rock out. If you're just listening, do nothing. General Camino. Superstar. What up, General Camino?
Yo, Ness, what's good?
What up?
Cooling. Man, I like that promo, bruh. That promo looked good. I mean, it could have been scripted just a little bit better, but what they did was they picked
They
out the right pieces.
freestyled.
Like,
You could tell
yeah,
they
they did a good
freestyle
job with
and
that.
then exactly what you said, then picked out the best pieces.
Yeah, that was a good job by them. And honestly, like that's what we need more of in boxing, bruh.
For
That type
real.
of stuff will build the
That's the
sport. You feel me?
WWE shit that people laugh at, like, oh, that's WWE. No, that's what helps sell. That fucking motivates
Exactly.
people, man.
Yeah, it definitely does, bro. Because you got to think like they selling a fight, and both fighters aren't undefeated. Regis got a loss. You feel me? And they doing a pretty good job selling it. Um, yeah, Matchroom is doing a good job. I'm excited about the Dan Rodriguez fight too. I'm going for Sonny Edwards in that, but I think that should be a real good fight too. I mean, yeah, Matchroom's having a good, back end of the year. PBC kind of had the whole first half, and Matchroom is getting some good shows in there, so that's a good thing. Hopefully we could get some more good fights in, and start off a good 2024. That'd be good. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. Thanks for taking my call, man.
I mean, I don't really know no other Matchroom show. Like the Bam and Edwards and this. I don't even know nothing else.
Yeah, that's kind of it. I was trying to be generous, but yeah, they, they doing what they can. You feel me? And
Yeah. Now
that
I'm gonna
is
go
what
to
it
their
is.
site. They had like 8 events listed, but again, I don't know what like is like
But
good.
you mentioned it the other day. You know what they do a lot of in England? They give us those small rivalries. They get a lot of those small rivalries over there. So like those fights that may not look big to us, they probably been
Yeah.
brewing over there for about a year and a half, 2 years or so. So their boxing scene is I like their boxing scene in the UK, man. I wish we could get something similar to that
I mean,
because
they all
they definitely
decent.
know how to make the
They
matchups.
decent fights, but it ain't nothing to write home about. They got Catterall Linares, Foster Hernandez, Pacheco Socares, and Cordina Vasquez. You know, decent, but it's not big fights. Like Haney Regis is the biggest fight on their schedule. Rodriguez versus
Yeah, you're right.
Edwards comes in second to that. And maybe Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor is bigger than Haney Regis in terms of the numbers it's gonna do, right? Like they gonna sell. That's a rematch that people wanted. I don't know. Those are the 3 biggest fights though on their
Yeah, it's tough
schedule.
in boxing right now. We kind of got to take what we can get. I mean, it's been a pretty good year. I can't complain. We
Right.
done got a lot of the fights we want. And then, I think a caller mentioned it one time on here. A lot of the fights we want, we gonna get them in due time. We just got to be patient. So, although this Canelo fight this weekend getting as much steam as it probably should, we got to be honest. This is a fight we've asked for before, and now that we getting it, although it might be a year too late, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call it, we getting it. So we just gotta, take what we could get, try to enjoy it, and try to keep the sport moving forward. But like I said, man, appreciate you taking my call, man. Y'all have a good night.
You got it. Appreciate you. All right, so there are odds on the fight, but it's not on Bovada, which sucks because I would like to lock it straight in. But so far, damn. See, it's over, man. The cat's out the bag, bro. Devin Haney's a minus 360. Regis is a plus 320. So all you do is on my Naga, y'all better jump on that motherfucking money line. Plus 320. $100 makes you 320 if you betting on Regis if he actually pulls it off. Damn, that's so wide. It's fucked up, man. They making it tough on us. And if that's what he is, money line, imagine what he gonna be by decision. Devin Haney. They terrible, man. They don't want you to make no money. AMG Chamaco, what up?
Yeah, what's up, Ness? How's it going, man?
Chilling.
Yeah, dope shows today, man. I'm stoked for this weekend. This whole card is probably one of the best cards we've gotten in I don't know, man, last few years at least. The whole card is pretty stacked in my opinion. I like it. Shout out to boxing. I mean, I don't always need the very best fight, but I need a lot of good fights, and that's what that Regis and Devin Haney fight is. You know, yeah, I'd rather see him in there with Tank, but it's still a good fight, and that's the boxing fan. I'm cool with that.
Word.
Other than that, I got a Devin winning though. I think I did like that promo you're talking about, but I do got Devin outboxing Regis. Regis is pretty flat-footed and like throws a lot of like scoop punches. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna be able to connect anything like real flush on Devin. And yeah, I got Devin by decision on that one. But I'm excited for this weekend, and shout out to both Charlo and Canelo. I got Canelo winning, either decision or maybe a late round stoppage. And I do think the fight has pretty good buzz. I mean, I guess I follow way too many boxing channels on YouTube and shit, and that's where I get most of my media. But it's stacked with all the new arrivals. I feel the hype. I'm hyped about it. It's gonna be a good fight. Take it
All
easy.
right. Yeah, no, today was fighter arrival, so there's certainly new content, new pictures, and everything all over. But don't forget, oh, excuse me, don't forget that we're gonna have a watch party for anybody that isn't going to the fight, but you're gonna be here in Las Vegas. We will be having our own private watch party, open bar, food included. It's gonna be games and more. We got 7 PS5s. Unfortunately, there's no fucking fight night, right? Like, I wish there was a fight night. But there's 7 PS5s, you know, fucking 30 televisions. It's going down, man. We're gonna have a great time. So you can still get tickets. Um, and the link, I will put it in the live YouTube chat right now. We're still taking callers for anybody that wants to call in, voice their opinion, talk about today's topic. We're talking Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, fight is official tissue. And the link for the watch party is now pinned. We got Edwin. What up? While we wait for Edwin to connect, keep it moving. $2. He says, nah.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you. What's up?
What's up? What's up, man? How's
All
it
right.
going?
Can't complain.
You know, I have a question because I don't know if you've seen there was an interview that Zayas did in Puerto Rico, and he had said that he has a fight. It's supposed to be a co-main event on the December 9th on a card, and then you know, they asked him like, "Do you know who you're fighting?" He's like, "I really don't know who I'm fighting, but he said what I heard though, the two that they're saying it might be Teofimo or Loma." So I don't know if you got to hear that interview.
Yeah, I mean, Tio is supposed to be fighting on ESPN that day, I think. You're right.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, all right. So I wonder who he's gonna fight with. But with another thing is with Tank. I mean, they you know, they say there's gonna be somebody big. So I mean, I was thinking Tio, but you say he's gonna fight on ESPN.
That's what I've been hearing. ESPN for like the
Oh,
Heisman.
okay.
Whatever. When is the Heisman shit? Is that the 9th?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but yeah. I mean, I wonder. I mean, I was like I said. I mean, I was thinking maybe it could have been like a Tank Tio, but you said it's on the ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, Tank came out and said that he's not fighting until next year. You dropped off, Ed? All right. We're going out to Carlos.
Oh shit.
Yo,
What up?
yo, man, that's that whole topic in the morning about PBC and Showtime, all that. That's. I mean, if people ain't feeling hype about this fight, man, I mean, who else you gonna blame but the company, right? Throwing the fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who does? I got a question for you. Who DAZN, Golden Boy, Top Rank, PBC? Who promotes the fights the best? You think?
Fuck, man. It's hard. I think they all take turns doing a great job, man. Like I really like what Eddie did with Canelo. I think it was in Miami, but obviously I love what PBC does. Um, and then Top Rank, they did I with Wilder. The when they co-promoted with Fury. So I think they, you know,
Okay.
like ESPN has the biggest platform. They just don't use it
You may
the
feel like
way
it's
we
your
would
turn.
want them to use it, right? Like
What
we
is
want
that,
our
Tatiana?
fighters on First Take. We want them to get around on all the shows that ESPN have to offer, like
Yeah.
Sports Centers, but they don't do that. So when we
Yeah,
think
they're not gonna do that.
ESPN, we assume you getting all that push, but then they really don't get it. So I don't know, but yeah, someone
They don't get it
confirming.
because
Go ahead.
they don't get it because they're you can't. I mean, you probably can because they got the pockets for it, but like, I think of ESPN as just being aligned with UFC, and when that contract comes up, I think what boxing needs to do is they need to just, like how they had it with HBO, just like, hey, you already know what it is
Well,
with this
someone sent
channel,
me
so
the
maybe
article today. Shout out to Barenzi. He sent me the article, and Top Rank's contract is not done with ESPN until 2025, but that's around the corner.
okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean that's good for like the future investments, man. But as far as the other guys, man, I really hope that we find like some. If it's the zone, let it be the zone, man. I know they get a lot of slack for their production value. I mean, but they do promote pretty good. I'm hearing a couple guys are not like they're not really hearing the hoopla or whatever. But yeah, man, as far as yeah, I could definitely see that, man. It's definitely lacking on the PBC Showtime pay per view side right now as far as this fight. But Haney, man, I'm a fan of Haney. He fighting everybody, and I gotta respect that, man. He's gonna be a big star.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate the
God bless.
check in. Bless you, man. Appreciate it. We got C $2 on FanDuel. Devin is a -320. Regis a +360. That's crazy. I got the opposite of that. I got on the what is it? The bet checker. Where that should go? I got Devin minus. That's crazy. The FanDuel over here claims 360 -360 for Devin +320 for Regis. That's bananas. Nothing with Bet MGM yet. Only one. FanDuel's the only one to put up any sort of odds, bro. They suck, man. I wish FanDuel comes to fucking if you're looking for this weekend's odds, Haney Regis. I wish they come to fucking Vegas, bro. But let me see here. We got Treese, Toledo. Treese. Treese, jump out, jump back in. Okay, okay. So FanDuel is opening a sports book out here. I'm glad I Googled. It says it's supposed to be opening for 2023. And this article was published August 29th of the 22nd. So that's last year. So it means it should be out. Fucking DraftKings is the one we really need. They the ones go super hard on betting. Trees trying you again. See if my FanDuel app worked. That'll be great.
Yo,
What up?
what up, dog? We back. Hey, we
Yo.
team Biggie this way, man. What the fuck? I'm liking this fight, man. I'm liking this fight. Pay-per-view. Hmm. 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 What's the ticket gonna be with this shit here?
They didn't
I'm
announce that yet.
okay, okay. I ain't gonna lie. I would like it to be in the vein of like a 39.99. 29.99. 50 bucks is that's the max I'm willing to go on something like this here. I ain't gonna lie. And they got it on the Zone app shit. I don't know. I feel like with the Zone, bro, they need to start offering like free subscription or something. Like when you buy like with this is a fight that they need to do something like that for. Like, yeah, man. Y'all gotta make this worth my while to subscribe with y'all for the long haul. Because I'm trying to get on I heard you talking about an annual subscription and shit. I'm trying to get on that type of time. That shit is hard for me, bro. With these, I don't know about that annual shit. We play it by ear on how we gonna pay for this shit. But is this fight on a Friday?
Uh, this Friday is not on a Friday. It is
You
a
sure?
Saturday.
You got the ninth? Oh, okay.
The
I see you
9th is
got
a
the ninth.
Saturday.
To Saturday? Okay, for sure. And as I'm thinking about this fight, you understand? Do I'm almost certain that don't Shakur fight before Devin, right? Am I not mistaken?
Say again?
Don't Shakur fight before Devin? Am I not
Yeah,
mistaken?
yeah, November.
Bingo. All right, boom, bingo. We got action. So now I'm thinking like, do you think that do you think that that Devin pay-per-view sales could could get boosted off of like? See, I heard somebody saying that this shit might not sell and shit like this here. I think it can sell, and I think that Shakur fighting before Devin, that shit can have an effect on how much it sells as well. You feel me? Like that's definitely gonna be a point of reference. Like people definitely gonna bring up Shakur when they talking about Devin in this fight. You feel me? Considering that if he had just fought not too long ago, they definitely gonna be pressing the issue more, and I feel like that'll drive the buys up for Devin because niggas gonna want to get a glimpse of him. You see him? Do that not make that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Now,
I don't know. I don't know. You're saying that people that rock with Shakur won't buy it?
no, I'm saying that it's gonna make more people buy it because like if you're interested in Shakur during that fight, it's gonna be no way that they're not gonna. Of course, they're gonna mention the Devin Haney and the Tank name. Like that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
When we mention their name, you see what I'm saying? That's how it go. Them three is a bundle right now, type shit. So when you mention, they gonna be saying his name throughout the broadcast. Da 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 da. It's gonna be some motherfuckers who watch the fight because it's on ESPN or because you feel me? It's during F1 or some shit. Maybe it might be some motherfuckers in Vegas who we're gonna go check out the fight. They go check it out. Next thing you know, they hear about the Devin Haney guy. Then you feel me? They walk out and they see a poster with Devin Haney and Prograis supposed to fight in San Francisco. Oh shit, that's not that far from Vegas. That's right up the road. Maybe we'll go check him out too. Considering that they putting them all in the same, you know what I'm saying? Putting them all in the same bag. That's what I'm saying. It's basically gonna drive eyeballs to him because Shakur is fighting before. It's just the human nature for everybody to want to compare and contrast type shit. That's basically what I'm getting at. That's what we gonna want to do. Point being though, I got Devin Haney boxing him up. You feel me? Shipping him back to Louisiana or Houston or wherever the fuck he want to go with a fragile sticker on the box for him. And yeah, you know what the fuck going on. Team Haney, man. We in the fight week, man. I'm excited, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this Vegas shit. I'm ready for Carlito to get the
Charlito?
dub. Yeah, man, we rocking with that. I ain't gonna hold you. And every time you say it, man, you got to roll the R with that shit. It's Carlito. You understand? Yeah. We about to take Canelo shit up top, man. I got faith. Like I say, I feel like Canelo. I mean, not Canelo. I feel like Charlo has advantages. It's just up to him on how he exploits those advantages during the fight. And feel me, he got a chance. But I'm excited, man. Charlito, we rocking with you, my boy.
Let me get to some other callers here. I got Louisiana. What up?
What up, Neff?
I hear
I
you.
I think we both know I'm excited for this fight. I like Devin Haney, and of course, Regis Prograis is the hometown guy. I mean, I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from Homer, but I'm living in New Orleans now. Glad that's official, and I feel like we at a point now with Shakur where it might not be a bad idea for him to show up at this fight, especially if Regis Prograis shakes up the apple cart and actually beats Devin. Because then, imagine Shakur there saying to Devin Haney, you tried to run from me and look what happened. But, that should be a good fight. Hopefully, we have a good one this weekend with Charlo and Canelo. I expect a lot. I mean, I just feel like another caller said, Regis is actually going to talk back and forth with Haney. We might get, we're going to get that showmanship from them that's going to sell this fight. And I think raise both of their profiles no matter what happens. But yeah, I'm excited to see what does happen, and if Regis can't upset the apple cart, or is Devin gonna put on another performance like we know he does, and then try to move on the tank? Because I think maybe whoever wins should try to pursue that fight, or whatever. Unless Tank is actually going to move up and fight Crawford, which I don't know that he's gonna do right now. And speaking of organizing fights, everybody keep bringing up Baltimore, and that's what's up. I mean, me and Supermax already both signed up with USA Boxing. We just gotta let everybody else know that we're gonna fight in border wars. You gotta be USA Boxing. It's not a lot. We got some ballers that listen to this show, so it shouldn't be no problem. Like I think Supermax paid 80, and I paid 100, so it's not a lot. You're gonna pay more than that getting the border wars. Get something out. Just let us know. Me and Supermax already done said whenever you do make it, you can just go ahead and make our fight official because we've been trying to make it happen, and every time something stopped it. But that's my call. And I didn't get the call earlier. I messed with Danny because I know as far as football goes, he had a bad weekend. Notre Dame lost and Chicago lost. But that's my call.
All right, champ. The minute I know something, you'll know something. Daniel Vega, $2. Canelo is a plus 400 on a 7 through 12 KO. Those are good odds. High and low sports central, $2. The boxing voice is more. Appreciate you. High and low sports central, $2. The boxing voice is made. Thank you. Ray the Reaper, $2. Nello ticket sales down. 270 for the nosebleeds. No lying face emoji with the long nose. Drop a blood emoji. Superstar stat, $2. You didn't read my super chat, bro. Superstar stat, $5. Judging from Cepeda fight, Haney gonna make Regis look like Cambosos. High and low sports central, only for a friend to go high in life in success. Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Chad, what up?
Hey, Ness.
What's goody?
Not much, just chilling. Yeah, I haven't been listening. I just kind of jumped on when I saw you guys were live, but I did see the topic. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to see that fight too. I mean, I think it's a great fight for Haney and Prograis. The other thing I was thinking is it kind of made me feel like there's more chance for Hitchens to be getting maybe high profile fight or at least with another contender because I felt like after what he did to Zepeda on Saturday, I feel like getting voluntaries is probably going to be real hard for him now, man. I see a lot of guys shying away from wanting to fight him. It's a tough night. And I feel like for people that were blaming Hitchens on being boring and whatnot, like it's the same problem Haney had. You can only go so far with that till you have to look at the opponent, and ask like, why can't the opponent, in any fight where Haney or now you got Hitchens getting blamed for being boring like that, you look at the opponent, and most of the time you got an opponent that's not doing any adjustments. Like with Zepeda, I don't know what the thought was. Maybe they thought they were gonna tire him out and they would be able to, or he would start making mistakes, his focus would drop. I don't know what they were thinking, but I mean most of that to me lands at Zepeda's feet. But I like that, you've got Prograis taking on Haney with his profile and the way the media and fans regard him. You got a lot of people that criticize him. I like that we're making this fight happen. So it looks better for a guy like Hitchens, I think. And the only other thing I wanted to say was I was looking through the rankings. I'm surprised at how high Ramirez is still ranked across the board. I think I saw him ranked with 3 of the 4 and pretty high in each one, like top 5. I think between all 3 of them, he was no lower than 5. I mean, to me, that doesn't translate to reality. Like, I think somebody's got to step up and finish Ramirez off. I think Hitchens would be the guy to do it, but I don't think this is what I mean. Voluntarily, I don't think Ramirez will ever take that fight. But to me, Ramirez is not that well regarded. I don't think he should be that high in the rankings at this point.
Well, all right, Chad. Appreciate the call in, my brother. We got AJ.
Hello?
Yeah, it was good.
Yo, Ness, what's going on with you, bro?
Chilling.
My bad, I don't call no more, you know what I mean? But I wanted to chime in because I'm actually from the Bay. And it's kind of crazy how everybody talking shit about this fight. Everybody up in the Bay happy. Everybody want to buy their tickets. You know what I mean? I feel like this is an opportunity for Devin to have his own little Las Vegas and have all the little celebrities come out to the Bay. And I feel like this is time for Devin to grab the moment. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's mostly all haters. And I'm gonna make a quick prediction for Canelo Charlo. I got respect for Canelo, but I'm going with Charlo. You know, and that's my call, real quick. Just wanted to chime in real quick. Say some positive things from somebody that's actually from the Bay. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good feedback. It's just people want to focus on the negativity on the internet. You know.
All right. Appreciate the call in, man. So I got Mac. What's up? Malcolm, excuse me.
Hey, good evening, Ness. Good evening, TBV. Hey, hey, Ness, you know when the tickets gonna go on sale for the Haney Prograis fight?
Yeah, so Thursday, let me double check so I don't give out false information, but I believe it's Thursday they go on pre-sale and then Friday general public. But give me 1 minute. So yeah, pre-sale tickets go on sale Thursday, October 5th at 12 o'clock. And then regular general public goes on sale Friday at 6 o'clock. Excuse me, October 6th at 12 o'clock. So Thursday and
Okay,
Friday.
that's outstanding. Thank you very much. I'm out here in Denver. My brother-in-law is from New Orleans, so we'll be traveling out to the Bay for that one.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be my first fight, so I'm real excited to go. I'm a huge fan of both Haney and Prograis. Um, I would like to just, I would just like to give Haney some love, man, because he is a true champion, man. I have, for the past 3, 4 years, or since Haney has become a champion, I have not been disappointed with any of his fight announcements. You know, he always, and this is a huge step up. I actually think he's gonna lose. Um, I don't think he's ready for Prograis, man, unless Prograis maybe is gonna get old on that night. I kind of look at his fight against Josh Taylor, and even in the loss, I think that's the best performance out of either of them in their careers. I don't think Haney has ever dealt with anyone much bigger. He's kind of, I don't want to call him a weight bully at 135, but he was pretty big down there, man. He was pretty fast down there, pretty long, pause, and you can't just, I'm not impressed with the fact that I feel like he should have knocked a lot of those guys out down there at 135. And I feel like if Haney can figure out how to get, or not Haney, if Prograis can figure out how to get past that jab, I think it's gonna be pretty ugly for Haney. I've seen a little bit of vulnerability in Haney's punch resistance. I haven't seen that in Regis. Them New Orleans boys are different, man. And when you hear Prograis talk, man, he got some conviction in his voice, man. He sound like he mean business. And you were right. I know Prograis didn't look the best in his last fight, but you were right when you say, man, it's different, man. When you got a name and you got a chance to really, really, really show yourself in front of the world,
You
he's gonna bring
perform.
the best. Yeah, he's gonna come out, man. He's gonna bring the best version of himself. And I think that I think that there has been a nice little stint where Regis was the best at 140. And to be honest, I don't know that I ever believed that Devin was the best at 135. I know he has all the belts, and I know that that makes him quote unquote undisputed, but I think he's very disputed, man. I don't know that he's better than Shakur. I don't know that he's better than Tank. So I know he got those belts, but you know, the way he got him, even though he was taking the best available option at all times, which is why he's a great champion and I always support him. His road to where he is, there wasn't no Josh Taylors in that road, man. So we're gonna see.
Josh Taylor
I
was
thank
at
you.
40.
Right, and Josh Taylor was the unified champion and had a great performance against Jose Ramirez, who was an undefeated champion at the time, also unified. you know. So, and I watched that fight. That was a good fight. I watched Regis against Josh. That was also a good fight. And Josh was bigger than Regis, man. And he was the what do you call it? Not underdog, but like the away guy. He had to go over there to London and fight for that. So I don't think the Bay is gonna. He has the experience now. And I think it's the right time for Regis, man. I think he's gonna make it happen. Either way, the fans win. I'm gonna win either way because I'm a fan of both fighters. I'm gonna be in the building. And thank you very much for telling me when the tickets go on sale because I've been looking for that information forever. I can't wait to tell my brother. Um, and that's my call. Thank you for your show. You got a great platform. You're doing a great job. I listen every day, even when I don't call. So thank you for that, and I'll holler at you next time.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Wish you'd have joined the betting show. You'd have made a bunch of bucks this week that passed. Caden, what up?
Hello, everyone.
How are you,
Um,
brother?
what's up, bro? I just joined. I don't really know should I just talk about boxing?
Yeah, so we talking
Oh,
Haney, Pro Grade, pay-per-view December 9th, the zone.
I think that's the slept-on fight. I don't know if it is actually. I really haven't seen like the what people are saying about it, but I love that fight, me personally. I think it'll be a really good fight. I see it going Haney decision, but I mean that's just a prediction. It's like 3 months out, so who knows? But No, yeah, dude. That's who's on. Is there an undercard? Like, I don't really know what's happening.
There's not, but that's a great question. Who would you like to see on the undercard?
Ooh, is it on the zone or top rank?
The zone.
Oh, so he's on the zone now. Okay. Oh man, I feel like. Oh, I don't know, man. That's for you to decide. You're the real boxing fan. I'm a little bit of a casual. I'm trying to get better though. But yeah, no, I don't know what else to say. I think it's an underrated fight, and I think it's gonna be a really good fight.
All right, champ. Well, thanks for calling in, man. Look forward to hearing you call back in. Appreciate it. We got Hawk in Maryland. What up?
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up?
Ain't too much. Ain't too much. You got? Am I clear now?
You clear?
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Let me see. First, that Devin Haney, man. That boy is first ballot, man. This boy is taking full of incredible fights, and he is really doing something special when it comes to boxing, bro. The dude ain't scared to do nothing.
You
Ain't
sound
scared of
muffled,
nobody,
Hawk.
man.
You sound muffled. Check your mic. Make sure ain't nothing covering the phone.
Okay. How about now?
Go for it. Let's see.
Okay. I said the dude Devin Haney, man, he's first ballot, boy. That boy is fucking everybody. Um, I don't got the call on it. Am I still clear?
Yep.
Okay. I don't got the call on who I'm going with just yet. That's how good a fight Devin Haney keep getting in. But yeah, Haney deserves all the credit he owes, man. But is that Canelo Charlo fight? I know they're saying Castillo is the fight that people really watching, but I had to watch that Harris fight, and I think that Canelo is going to do what Harris did: walk Charlo down for two fights. He walked him down, and he was doing real well in both fights. So and if Charlo can show something different under that kind of pressure, I want to go with Charlo, but he, after seeing what he did with what Tony Harrison did with him by just coming forward. Tony Harrison just came forward and put a lot of heat on him. And that's exactly what Canelo's going to do. I want to go with Charlo, but Canelo, I don't know, man. I'm still on the ropes with this one, but I think I'm leaning for Canelo. And everybody's talking about that Browder fight with Canelo. You saw that fight yourself, right?
The Ryder fight, yeah.
Yeah, the one that people are saying Canelo looked like he was slipping.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it.
Ain't
That's
that
the
the
one
one?
in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, right. The one next to it. There you go. Okay, we're on the same page. Yeah, I didn't think he was slipping. I didn't see no slipping. Every fight, I ain't never seen nobody look good against Ryder. I ain't seen nobody look good against Ryder, other than what Canelo did. So I ain't seen no slippage in that fight. As far as I was concerned, he had a good solid opponent in front of him. That's what he had. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I like to go with Charlo, but I just can't see him beat Canelo. I mean, the
You
boy
may
hits
feel
so
like it's
hard.
your time, but it's not your time.
I'm out there.
All right, champ. Looks like we got to everybody over there. Let me check here on Discord. We got Sean. What up?
You hear me?
Yep.
It's gonna be a good fight. I got Devin winning, probably 10-2, 9-3. Should be easy fight for Devin. Regis was on his deathbed in his last fight, trying to make weight, and Devin's moving up, and I think he'll be better at 140. And they say he's the bigger man, like he's as big as Crawford when they showed the photos, so he's probably gonna be the bigger man in that ring.
Yo, who should be on
So
the
Devin
undercard?
should. Oh, I got a perfect undercard, Ness, and I need you to preach this to Eddie Hearn. You ready for this?
Listening.
All right, co-main, because people complain about the pay-per-view. So co-main, you put Bivol versus Yard. Co-main.
I mean,
Then you put
Yard is with Warren. That's gonna be hard to make.
you got to negotiate. Yard's on the
And
losing
then
streak.
how
It
do
don't
you put
matter,
Bivol on an undercard? Is Bivol gonna be okay with that after beating Canelo?
bro. Bivol can't get no fights anyways. So yeah, and it's against Yard. Yard's a name. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah, he lost, but it's still a name. He's still top 5 in that division. So Bivol Yard co-main. Then you got Andy Cruz versus Yigit, the guy Keyshawn just beat. You keep the rivalry going. You know, Andy Cruz just fought Burgos. So you just keep chasing the opponents Keyshawn's fighting. You just find him a lesser fights to build up that fight. So he fights Yigit on that undercard. And then we plug in, I don't know who the fourth would be, the fourth fight, but you gotta plug in someone good else. Maybe a heavyweight or something. But that's a good card. Tell me that ain't a good card. You got Bivol,
It's
Yard, and
tough to
then
make. I
Andy
feel like.
Cruz and
I
Yigit.
mean, I feel like it's tough to make just because you said, Yard and Bivol on an undercard.
Bro, Bivol can't get a fight anyways. Ain't nobody trying to fight him. So you gotta.
Yeah, but
I mean, if
that's
Eddie
not
Hearn
gonna
wants
make
this
them
pay per
fight
view,
him. That's not gonna make anybody fight him any faster. And
I mean,
Yard,
we don't. I mean, come
Leonard
on,
is
man. You
right.
know, Yard ain't ducking
Yard
nothing.
and Warren, they looking at Buatsi then Aziz winner.
Man.
I mean,
Well,
I'm just
they need to
being
get Bivol on
honest.
the card. They need to get Bivol on the card though, regardless, because he still has a name. Even though the buzz kind of went down, he's still a name. So you get Bivol against, I don't know, maybe a Marcus Brown. I don't know who he
I
signed
like
with.
the
It's
Cruz. I would say stack it with Americans. Get Cruz on there. Bring back
but
Richardson
Eddie Hearn don't got
Hitchens.
American fighters.
Yes, he do. Bring back Richardson
No, but
Hitchens.
like that's but Hitchens just got done fighting,
All right, and we talking about December 9th, bro.
bro. I mean, who is he gonna fight? Who's
Which
he gonna fight then?
he called out Lipinets on Twitter today. He
Bro,
said,
ain't
"Get."
nobody
He
jumping off
said,
their seats
"Somebody."
for that.
He said, "Somebody find me Lipinets bum ass so I could beat on him." So we get him and Hitchison on the undercard, and that's gonna make everybody think Hitchison and Devin is next, or the winners are next. Then you put
I don't know if
Andy
people gonna think that.
Cruz. Got put Andy
Cruz
Cruz.
with Yigit.
I like the Yigit. I like the Yigit, or he could go a step further and fight the same dude that Keyshawn last fought, the former European champion. That was a good fight. Instead of going for
Yeah, one of the
Yigit,
two. It don't
go
matter.
for
Yeah,
the
one of the two.
go for the dude that had the belt. What else?
I can't think of no other fighter Eddie Hearn got that's like a name
Let me go to his
that's
site. I was
available.
just on his site because they do got fighters though. They do got
Yeah, but it'll be from
fighters.
the UK. I mean, if you think about Americans,
Let me find it. Damn, really gonna have to type this shit. I thought it was gonna be my history. I just was on his shit.
it's gonna be hard looking for Americans.
Nah, they got it in
Maybe
boxers
maybe you
here.
put Mark Castro.
Cause I mean, when I say American, you just gotta live here, be on TV here, not be American. So like Jesse Bam, obviously he already got a fight, but that's a dude that's considered American. You feel me?
But he got to fight. Lenar's
Mm,
got to fight. Hitchinson just came out of a fight. Maybe I mean you throw Connor Ben back on it.
oh, you put
Connor
Alicia,
Ben back.
Alicia, Alicia Bumgarner.
Come on. I mean, you know what people are gonna say. She hasn't been cleared.
I mean, I don't know that she's suspended either. I
Nah,
never.
you go on their box. Look at our box track.
Yeah,
I'm
but
pretty
that
sure
don't
it says
got nothing to
suspended.
do with it. I'm talking about I didn't see she got suspended by any commission, and I didn't see any sanctioning body say that that they're stripping her. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look at her latest interview that she posted on her own social media, but the caption says I'm ready. So, but I'll move on from her and say Austin just fought, so we can't use him.
I say you throw Connor Ben back in there. He ain't American, but he a
He,
name.
he ain't American though. He ain't gonna move the needle. Berlanga, even though that's a whole nother market for
Oh,
Berlanga.
that's perfect.
Nah, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
use him. You
perfect,
can't
Berlanga.
use him over there though. He ain't gonna do nothing over there. He ain't gonna make no ticket
What you
sales.
mean?
Bro, we talking about the Bay and this kid's New York draw.
Oh, speaking of the Bay, Nas, before one last thing, Nas,
Hmm.
he finding his hometown, Devin. So what? You say Vegas ain't his hometown, so that's why he ain't selling like that. Let's see how he sells in the
I mean,
Bay.
hey, he the
I'm,
one
is
wanted to
it?
go there, so you about to see.
Oh, we about to see, and let's see how Eddie Hearn promotes a pay per view without AJ or Canelo. Let's see how he does it. This is gonna be his
Mm-hmm.
first time really promoting pay per view that's not Canelo or AJ. So let's see how
That's
he does it
very
with
true.
Devin.
That is very true. Khalil Cole from
That's
New
my call.
Jersey, he just fought though, and he's not a big name. Montana Love versus Richardson Hitchens. That's the perfect undercard. That'll sell some units. What you think? That's it. Montana Love, Richardson Hitchens, co-main event. Uh, you could throw Raymond Ford on there. You know he cool with Shakur. That's it. Oh, Thomas Matisse, but I think Matisse on an off the zone card. Is that these dudes? None of these dudes from the Bay, and I'm expecting Omari and Shamar Canal to be on the card as well, but obviously not the pay per view televised portion. You know what they should do? You know what they should do? Oh my God, Bill, you know you listening. Give me Shadeja Green, Franchon Cruz on the undercard. I mean, that ain't gonna really is that they ain't gonna really do it for the men to buy the pay per view. Fuck. But that could be a DAZN fight. You know, she's with MVP. They basically deal with DAZN. You know, Franchon was there. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Nike Hendricks, what up? Nah, they say call Corinne Mayfield. Imagine he come back, get on undercard. Y'all
Shouts
funny.
out to the boxing voice, man. Shouts out to you, Ned. Shouts out to Danny, the whole team. Hey, man, you seen the promo for this fight
Of
with Regis and
course.
Hank? Yeah, man, that's fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was a nice ass promo how it started when Haney was like, "Can you give me?" Like I gotta step on you. And him and Regis going back and forth. Like they gotta keep that shit up. I ain't gonna lie. It was one guy I was watching on YouTube. What's his name? Knockout Boxing 86. The dude. He had a good point. He was like, "Hey man, Haney should go to a the San Francisco game, flip the coin toss, go to a what's the name game, a Warriors game, sit courtside, show them on the screen, get the publicity. The Dodgers in the playoffs. I don't know if the Padres is San Diego, but that's a Cali team, even though LA not the Bay, but it's a California team. Go to a Dodgers game, throw out the first pitch. Man, get that publicity up. So then everybody be looking like, damn, this an undisputed champ. And man, hey, I can't wait for this fight, man. I've been talking about this fight for the longest. I can't wait because this competition versus competition. This ain't no bullshit versus bullshit. Like this gonna be a good ass fight, man. I know. I got my biasness sometimes. I might be like, yeah, Haney gonna watch his ass, but I know he ain't gonna watch him. But I got Haney winning. I just know this gonna be a good ass fight because Regis gonna come with his A game. Regis ain't gonna come like he came against Zorilla. Is Haney coming in the ring? Is an former undisputed champion 135? and shit. Um, what's her name? Regis fought Josh Taylor, who's a undisputed champion 140, because Regis was going for the same damn thing, but Taylor stepped in his way. So shit, man, this gonna be a good ass fight. I just can't wait, man. Who you got, Ness? Or you ain't got no pick?
I ain't got no pick to the weigh-in.
Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, man. But man, yeah, man, I like Haney, man. I like Haney to beat him 7-5. I like Haney to beat him 7-5. 7-5. You know. And I wouldn't be surprised though, because I mean Haney's a young man. He's still growing. He ain't even 25 yet. He turned 25 in November.
Yeah, he
So
24.
shit. That's what I'm saying. He ain't even 25 yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if Haney get a stoppage from so many clean shots. Like, cause shit, to be honest, I thought Hitchison was gonna get that stoppage. Cause Hitchison was landing some clean ass shots
Word.
on him. He was landing some clean shots on him. Like people talking about, oh, power, power. It ain't always about power. If you hit the motherfucker and can't get hit, that's frustrating. That's frustrating right there. Somebody just whooping your ass and you can't touch them. That's pissing you off right there. But that's why I always say like a knockout. I mean, knockouts sell tickets or whatever, but I always say a knockout's a lucky punch to me
Mm.
because shit, when you knock somebody out, they wake up from it. But it takes skill to whoop somebody ass and not get touched. It don't take skill to knock nobody out. You just gotta catch them with that one good punch. That's it. But to whoop somebody ass and not get, I mean, of course you're gonna get touched, but you know what I mean, not take as much punishment, that skills right there. That's why, man, Haney is Mr. 36 minutes. He's gonna be on your ass 36 minutes, whooping your ass. Like, I bet it's some of his opponents probably. I bet you like Cambosis. He probably was praying like, damn, this nigga can't just hit me one time and knock me out. Like, I'm tired of taking this beating. It's probably some people like, gosh, shit. I want to throw in the towel, but I don't want to look like an asshole.
All right, champ. Borough City E.
Hey, yo, well, you got me in there quick tonight, boy. I got in there on time. Well, yeah, man, I got to call into the Haney boys for this subject. Hey, listen. Low key, now I'm rocking with my boy Dev Dollar, but I'm telling you now, he in for a fight. I'm just I've been sitting down thinking and walking like this. Listen, them old, that, not that Regis old, but them vets. They always got that one good, last hard fight in them, and I think Regis got a little bit more than that left. But I think he getting washed the first 3 or 4 rounds, and I think that's when Rougarou gonna say, man, the hell with this boxing shit. It's time to get physical. We about to finally see how physical Haney could get, and if you just can muscle him around all type of way. You know what I mean? And I heard a caller say some shit earlier. I don't know if you listening. I heard he was talking about, like Hitchison and what's different between him and Devin. The difference between him and Devin goes for the big shots. He goes for the knockout. He just don't put the man down. You know what I mean? If you look at the way he fight, when Devin get aggressive and stay in the pocket, he do more than just let his hands go now. And he a clean puncher. Like, it's a reason Luma ain't just start walking through them shit. Them shits hurt. Them pillow fists hurt. They can keep calling them pillow fists, but it's a reason they just don't walk him down and try to get off on him. And Regis about to find that out now, but I ain't gonna lie, I like the way Regis talking, man. Regis can sell a fight. You know what I mean? That boy said he about to fuck over my boy, man. You know how nasty that shit sounds? Like them New Orleans niggas be talking cash shit. I love that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love that shit. Gav got to get his talk game up, man. He ain't from the street, so he a little bit more clean cut. He got to at least start talking like, man, I'm gonna dominate him, man. You know what I mean? He needs to talk more of that. I'm gonna take his best attributes and handicap him. He needs to bring some of that out. But yeah, that's my call, man. I'm rocking with my boy.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. Looks like Adrian, Wisconsin. What up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yep.
All right, all right. So I just kind of checked in. Obviously, I'm at the boxing gym all day and all night, but I heard you talking about what could possibly go on the undercard. I mean, possibly because we talking about the zone, right?
Yep.
So maybe a Blair Cobbs or a Daniel Jacobs if he's coming back, if he's really trying to make a comeback, could be a decent fight to put on the undercard. What do you think about that? Blair Cobbs can sell
Blair
a fight.
Cobbs is a free agent, so he could definitely come back. And Daniel Jacobs, I don't know what's his situation, if he's still with the zone or not.
I mean, I feel like as long as they didn't leave off on bad terms, I think that's definitely a fight he could come back on. I mean, a fight I'd like to see on the undercard to see a guy that's come back is like a Caleb Plant, but I know that's across the street. But I feel like the zone works with people, and that could be a good if they got some people to sacrifice. That could be a good let Caleb cross the street, get a win, so you can build him back up for PBC. Because he a PBC fighter, right?
Yes. Caleb?
So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I feel like if Caleb could, if he could get a one-off to go over there on the undercard, considering he's come off two big fights, but both losses, I think that if he could go over there on the undercard, I think that he could possibly sell some tickets. And I know he's not from that area necessarily, but he's into the lowrider culture and all that. And you're looking at the West Coast. He's been out in Vegas. So I'm thinking if there's a possibility, that would be a good fight to throw on an undercard, throw him in there with somebody to, stay busy and to get a win so we can get a bounce back. Although, I mean, I don't know if they probably got a lot of people over at PBC, but I definitely think like a Blair Cobbs or a Danny Jacobs comeback fight would be a good one. I mean, even Danny Jacobs versus Caleb Plant, I think would be a nice fight if they could make that happen.
Daniel Jacobs, Caleb Plant. That's a decent fight.
You know what I'm saying? Because Danny's trying to make a comeback. Caleb need a bounce back. So it's kind of like in a sense, a crossroads fight for Jacobs for sure. And I mean, maybe we can agree on this. I mean, if Caleb can't beat Daniel Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, what level is he going to be at? And I like Caleb. I'm a fan of Caleb Plant. But I think he really needs a good win. And I think he needs, some sort of name, even if it's past its prime. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
those are kind of my ideas for that. Because the rest of the guys I could think of that would be good on an undercard are just everyone's kind of across the street. I feel like Eddie's got a lot of guys who've been busy. So as far as for DAZN, I think it's kind of slim if they're just going off of their roster if they don't bring some people over. And I do believe that Al would let Caleb Plant go fight like a Daniel Jacobs.
I could definitely see that. I don't know about letting them fight on the zone, but again, with all the rumors of Showtime, why hold anybody back?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Just like, because if you think about that, that's a good future business fight, right? If the uncertainty of Showtime is there, if I was Al, I would be trying to make friends with people. And I think the zone would be a good place to go because the zone has money. They've been known to spend decently, and I believe that they would work with Al and give him a decent budget. Because Al's been working, I think earlier you were talking about Al was working on what, a $60 million budget last year?
Like
Was it
64.
like 64? And what did they give Eddie last year? DAZN.
I don't know, bro. I don't get me the line. Remember they were saying $1 billion they get that man. I don't know.
Well, but you feel what I'm saying though, right? Like if Al was working with 64 million, I mean, compared to what they're saying DAZN is paying out to Eddie, it kind of seems like DAZN could get PBC's fighters for chump change compared to what they've been paying Eddie, and then make their company even stronger, which what it looks like that's what they're doing. And if Showtime shuts down, that positions DAZN, if they swallow up PBC, to be a power player. And they're known for working with other promoters. So I think that would just be better for boxing, period. So I do think that Al should probably start to let some guys move around and see where he can find a home at. And I think if he plays nice with DAZN, they'll probably cut him a nice check next year if Showtime shuts down their business with boxing.
Well, champ, that was the bell. Let me go ahead and wrap this one up. I got a couple super chats I got to get to here. Looks like Tip Bellis said call Corinne Merfeld. And that's to get on that Bay Area card. NesGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me tomorrow morning where we doing it all over again to talk boxing every day. The Breakfast Club of Boxing, NesGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.